Hello, give me 1 second to, oh god. Mic issues. This is an issue actually. Which one do I need to tighten for this? Alright. My god, it's so loud for me. Alright, hello. Let me grab Ronnie and then we should be good to go. Good to go. Okay, let me see. Yes. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Can you talk for a second?
Yeah, sorry. I am using like a
Okay.
my girlfriend's gaming headset, so
I
I do
just need
not
to
know.
make sure
How...
levels are okay. So I just need you to talk so I can see where you're landing on the.
Ba, ba, ba.
Okay, cool. So I think you're good for now. Can you see the video game? This is the next
Let
question.
me. It's an important one, so
Yeah, can you see the video? Hello, Nikki. Welcome, welcome.
I can see.
Okay, perfect. I finally kicked Stream Elements out, so it's not going to show up 5 minutes late to be like,
And be like, hey, did you know that you were live, by the way?
I wish I knew why my friend installed it, because I still don't know. I don't think she ever fully explained why it was there, and I was just like, cool. I think it was
Ooh,
supposed to
also
help
fun
mod in some
question.
way, but
How bad is the snow in Massachusetts?
oh, not.
That is so crazy to me.
I mean, it snowed every few days, but like, you get
If
over
we
it.
have like a winter weather advisory and it snowed, it was started snowing and then it stopped and then it started snowing last night and it's been snowing all day today.
We don't have any. We were supposed to have snow today, but I think we ended up only getting flurries. I
It might have
actually
missed you.
don't
I might have
think.
like skirted around
I
you
actually don't
guys.
think we're supposed to get any more snow. I think we're supposed to start getting rain again, and like, come on, man.
It's supposed to get warmer and closer to like late winter, early spring like weather next week, but
Yeah,
like
yeah, it's supposed to
who
be in
fucking
the. It's supposed to be
knows?
30, 40s, but it could change because it
Yep,
changes
same.
pretty consistently.
It changes and like with this level of like snow, I'm like I don't trust that it's gonna go
I
from
am
this to
looking at
that.
the weather app and it's showing me some fun swirling patterns of the
Ooh,
winds.
that's
Oh.
cute. That's
Anyway,
aesthetic.
yeah. Yeah, we
So,
had quite a bit of snow the other
weathercore.
week. But it's like we've gotten rain and ice and so like most of it's gone, which is a little sad. But I am relieved that we got it in January and early January because last year, I've said this so many times, I worked in a public library and they had a little poll up for when is it going to snow this year, and it was like January, February, March, and it was like most of the way through February and it still hadn't snowed, and
God.
it was so awful. Like, this is still technically bad and global warmingy, but mentally
Yeah.
for my brain it's a lot better because I didn't realize that, like, I think maybe if I had like moved to somewhere that it didn't get a lot of snow, maybe my brain would have dealt with it better. But like
Mm-hmm.
when New England doesn't get snow in December and November,
Scary. I get it.
well, also it gets fog. It gets a lot of
Uh,
fog. It gets really, really foggy
that must
here.
make driving really fun and normal.
Yeah, well, I kind of like driving through fog. Weird thing to say, but it's kind of fun to
Is it the
see.
ambiance?
It's kind of, well, when you're on like the highway and stuff and you can see like the thick fog, it's kind of
You're
cool.
like a horror game protagonist.
Yeah, except I hate horror games.
Yeah.
But
You're
like
microdosing the horror game
yeah, it really
protagonist.
takes a toll on your mental health if it's not something you're used to, because like if you're much
That
more
makes
north, you
sense.
see that level of gray a lot. But Massachusetts, when it usually, like, when it snows, you get that brightness. For people who don't experience it, like sometimes when it even while it's actively snowing, because light reflects off snow so much, you get like this weird glowy brightness, and fog just like eats light. And so like it's cool to experience driving through. It's really bad to live in through like all of December and January because it's literally, it's like a cloud just like
Also, Rosie's in my
there.
lap right now, if you care.
Oh, hello, Rosie.
Rosie,
I
do you want to say
haven't.
anything?
No.
The mic is in her face, and she is like looking at it like she wanted to eat it.
No. I don't know enough about Persona 4 to make a commentary on that, Nikki. I
You're like a Silent Hill fan. I know Silent Hill's got a lot of fog,
I know
doesn't it?
Persona
That game looks
4
foggy.
Persona 4 silent, yeah,
Sorry,
that one is foggy. I know in Persona 4 you get eaten by TVs, so I don't actually know how that involves fog.
yeah. Maybe you have to maybe it's really foggy in there when they eat you.
I've seen it. I don't think it is. Nikki, you're gonna have to expand.
She is gonna just sit. Oh, there she goes. Okay.
Bye bye. I also wanted to let you know that
Everyone say bye bye Rosie
bye,
right now.
Rosie.
All one person in chat. I better hear it.
Oh good. There's lots of fog. I'm gonna put like Persona games. The Persona games, I would be like, this one doesn't have enough fog. 0 out of 10. I wanted to let you know I spent.
What happen if we ever if we play Persona, we're just gonna be like boo, more Persona. We're just gonna be like boo, not enough fog.
I have to
minimal.
I have to see if I can play Persona 5 because I was watching Tony play it and I was like, this potentially has the risk of making me very motion sick. So my brother owns it. My brother loves it. So I'm gonna steal it from him. And if I'm okay with it, I might play it. But I did want to tell you that I spent 53 of my hard-earned dollars on the port yesterday. So we'll be able to either, if we finish Serenade, just hop over to Trump next week on the Steam port, or we can. Grace said there's chapters. I might be able to get us close enough, because my god, my computer hates Citrus so bad.
Also, FYI, you probably already assumed this semester is going to be hell for me because
Ronnie's like graduating.
Well, it's not just that, but because I decided for some reason in my hopeful youth at age 18 to be an animation major. My capstone senior project is going to be a film that is like somewhere between 2 and 3 minutes, which doesn't sound bad until you remember that I am doing it by myself. And yes, I am planning on coloring and shading aspects of it.
Yeah, that's on you.
So, luckily I do have help. I was talking to Ange in public, and I don't know why I said in public.
I was gonna say in public.
Campus, I guess.
Yeah, it was in person.
In a room. Yeah, like as opposed to like in a like locked room.
In
public.
We were
like in an escape room, and I was like venting about it. But Ange was like, Ange was like, I also have Procreate Dreams, so if you like do line art in there, which I have been figuring it out. Ange was like, or Toon Boom 2, because I think Ange might have access to it. But they were like, I can help color if you just give me like the palettes. Like I have enough free time since they've just been doing like freelance animation work right now, and I think they're working with a few studios. But like I told you already, a lot of animation shit is contract right now, so you just kind of take a few different things and like.
Yes, I know. Tony is currently, I think, not working. I think Tony's taking.
So I know Tony just got a cat.
Tony just got a cat named Mana,
and it looks so cute.
Mana, the kitty.
But yeah, so there's a kitty staring at me right now.
Rosie.
Rosie, what are your thoughts on Rosie?
Love Rosie. Rosie's sweet.
Love that she will only drink water if it's moving.
That's so real for cats, though. That's not a Rosie thing. Yeah. That's just
I know. I just like when you're about to like take a piss and she runs into the bathroom and she's like, "You have to let me fucking in there.
God,
you gotta get me up there."
Nikki, also, this is now in the past. You should not underestimate how bad I can be at video games. I know Tony and Luca both played a Persona in a goofy way. Please do not expect, and I do not play any sort of fighting game ever.
And my problem is I'm just bad at help with video games when I'm not and my problem is like when I'm not the one physically playing the game, I'm not good at giving advice because I don't have the connection.
I can't even like Honkai Star Rail is like slow turn-based combat that is not that complicated because it's a gacha game. I gave up on it because I was like, I don't fucking know how to do this. I don't know how to play that.
The point that I had was it's gonna definitely have to be a week by week thing because depending on like
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Hello, girl.
You can keep talking. I'm fixing the music.
Yeah, let me turn it down on my end a bit actually. But it might have to be more of a week by week thing because Jesus Christ, animation.
I couldn't remember what sound mixer was called. I'm sitting here typing in noise.
Hey, where's the noise at? I gotta change the noises.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, especially it's gonna be, and then also, of course, as you know, despite it being my capstone semester, I then also decided to I was also like, what if I fly to Oregon to give Austin Knight a hug? So I do have a few concerts in February and March and shit, and April. But around that, I am gonna be animating my ass off. So, because I gotta put my werewolf girl on the fucking big screen. So if
I'm adjusting the wrong thing. I was like, why isn't this getting quieter? Because I'm turning down Audacity and not Citra. This is not good.
But yeah, especially it'll definitely be like May, late April. Actually, no, because I'm a I'm a senior, so I have to turn shit in a week early. I always like was so happy when I was an underclassman and they were like seniors who were panicking because they're like, I gotta turn my shit in a week early, and I was like, I don't, and now I'm like,
listen,
I have to reap.
That's how it is. Nikki, you're certainly not here for any video game playing. That's for sure. We're not doing that. And also,
but
I don't know why that character is designed. It's a Ronnie, this character is like a child. She's a little girl. They find her in mines, like the mines, and she doesn't have shoes.
Damn.
That's not
right.
It drives me nuts. There's a part they acknowledge it too because they're like, someone gives her shoes and she like gets rid of them in like a little fun little chat aside.
Okay.
I hate it.
But the time where I know I'm probably gonna be like locked down is probably like maybe not all of April, but April is gonna be the month where like we have to get it done by the end of the month pretty much so that we can like.
I'll play something else then.
Basically, I might be around, but it really and like I was ahead of schedule for my junior film, but I just like don't want to bank on that because like shit happens and I'm a bit busier this spring, so like. I'll try to keep you updated on like how it's going, but like just know that like near the middle at least of April, there's at least gonna have to be a chunk of April where I'm like, I can't talk to anyone, I have to go off the grid and like lock myself in a lab.
Fair enough. Hello, Star Cryptid. We haven't started yet.
I mean, we're about to. We can. I'm normal now.
Okay. Which was I her? I think I took over her. We need to write this shit down.
We keep swapping.
Yeah, you're right. You're not late. No, you're good.
We talk. We chat. We app.
People get really mad at us about it on YouTube and the VODs. I'm sorry. If you're a VOD watcher and you're annoyed about this, I don't know why you're still watching the VODs then.
If you're a VOD watcher,
hi.
Hi. I just was like, the thing is like, what if we're just being silly? What if it's not serious and this is whimsy? What about the whimsy?
I have on every single one of my like abouts that I am a bad video gamer. So like I don't know what people are expecting.
To be fair, I think you would agree with me. I am a better video game player, but I still talk a lot, so it's not like I'm any better.
Fair enough. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That double stage messed up my brain. Help! Sorry.
Yeah, this is really fucking funny. They just like fucking copy pasted her in there.
First of all, the tangent with like the top thing.
I know. It's driving me crazy.
The line art is not at all
the scale. I know it's not, but the scale somehow feels off. It's the fact that it's definitely just her sprite.
I love
it's just
lazy.
The fact that they took her sprite and were like, yeah, you can go in there, girl.
I love. Full respect to the people who were like, oh, I wonder if they'll update XYZ for the port. And they did have to update a few things because like the graphics weren't like good enough. I think they like technically updated some of the like the small sprites, like when they pull back to see the whole courtroom.
I just needed Orange Clavier to stay, so I'm just happy Orange Clavier's here.
You know, like when they pull back and when everyone's like cheering or booing or talking or blah 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 blah
murmuring.
Yeah.
Murmuring.
And I was like, I respect you guys. I love that you're bringing that energy here.
They don't have that energy.
I don't think Capcom's
They don't have that love.
If we have to click through and not see this image, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I want this image on my Nintendo Switch now.
I want to print this one out. It's so funny.
It's also the fact that like she has like such harsh line art because
yeah.
Like, in the normal style, but everything else has that like Ace Attorney flashback screenshot, more rendered.
I think you're right that the scale, there's something about it that the scale looks completely, she looks giant.
I know. I think it might be because like there's more. I think it's because something about the way this room seems to be laid out makes it look like the floor is like right where the end of the image is. So like I think technically it might be okay.
It's probably fine.
But like something about the cropping makes my brain think like, oh, the end of like the floor is like right there, and she's just not got legs, I guess.
I guess not.
Anyway.
There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. I know it was. I'm giving you so much description. They were grown and they had a gun. What more do you need?
And it was they had one rendered hand. I knew that. You did witness the crime.
With my eyes that
position.
With my eyes that can see.
With your differently styled eyes. And the killer was a grown person, you say. He's using his inclusive gender-neutral language. He took diversity training.
I love how awkward the phrasing grown person is. Like, really killing it
like,
out
just
here,
adult.
Lamois.
Just say adult. Like, why?
Come
like,
on, Lamois.
One of my favorite fucking, like things that I've seen, like, is, like, when people try to, like, overcompensate for, like, being inclusive. So they'll, like, come up with, like, weird ways for, like, non-binary labels. And, like, there's a completely normal one where they're, like, talking about, like, parents. And they're, like... And they'll, like, put the word, like, the letter N on the end of, like, a normal family term or whatever.
Yeah. And, like, there's definitely some where you're like, ah, shit, like, nibbling is, like, kind of goofy, but we don't have a better one. But other times...
Yeah, but
I love... Yeah, there's one post that's like, ah, shit, what's a gender-neutral version of wife and husband? And then, like, they have to reblog it, and they go, spouse. It's spouse. I forgot the word spouse.
Yeah, I just fucking love grown person, because it's like, adult is, like... We didn't need to do any of that.
Adult is right there.
Anyway, this is my first time hearing this, I assure you.
That sounds like something someone who had heard this before would say.
Nice player, forehead.
He's like, oh man, didn't know that happened. Yikes. This is definitely new to me. I definitely didn't hear about that one before. Oh, well, thanks for nothing, Apollo.
Very well, Mr. Justice, you begin your cross-examination.
Great.
Great going, Apollo. You were right about Lamoir. I was like, was I? At first,
yeah,
second, I forgot I was her.
It's kind of funny because since I'm Apollo, sometimes I talk a bunch, and other times every other person you voice talks together nonstop, and I'm just sitting here as Apollo does fucking nothing.
Oh, well, to be fair, there were times in Ghost Trick where you were having, like, a monologue with yourself, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna get some ice cream.
Yeah, true.
What's wrong? You don't look too happy.
People don't write games with the idea that 2 goofballs are gonna voice it by themselves.
Yeah, like, fucking sorry. Sorry that we don't have a third friend, I guess.
This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong. The never-ending Ace Attorney struggle where I can't tell if the blue in parentheses is murmuring or whispering or in their head. The way that
they fucking, like, break the rule every so often just to keep you on your
toes.
toes.
Yeah, like, most of the time it's in their head, but sometimes they're talking and someone will react, and I'm like...
I know, and, like, we gotta... You can't...
Can, like, the ones in... How about, like, the ones in parentheses are thoughts, and if it's blue but not in parentheses, it's muttering. Like... It really drives me bonkers. Because I was like, oh, I'm sure there's, like, consistency here. No. Unless everyone can read the main character's brain. What I saw, too. I straight up don't know which one we have to do. Love that. Let's ask about this weird-ass window. What exactly is something like... a little window? Yes, well, window is the best word I know in English. I think this is how it is said, yes.
You need not worry, Lamoir. Your choice of words is impeccable.
Aside from a grown person.
Yeah, except for... Besides that, we didn't need to do all that. There is a small window in the dressing room in question.
There's absolutely times to use the phrase grown person. For this one, we could have used adult.
Yeah. There was no need. Perhaps the defense remembers this detail?
The defense doesn't remember shit.
The defense didn't do this until last Friday.
Hello, Hannah. You're like 8 minutes late at most, and we've only gone through what? We've pressed one thing?
3 text boxes.
Yeah, you're barely late.
And I can't even stay like too late just because
Yeah, no,
tonight
you're
is,
fine.
work on homework night.
You're fine.
I love animating. I love it. I love it so much. It's so good to me all the time. It's so fun. I can't wait to graduate. I just can't fucking wait to graduate.
Mm-hmm. That little window on the wall. No, the scaling was all off. Her head should not have been that big, I don't think.
Fuck it up. Yeah, no, they might have just
I think she was still
rogue.
I think it was still weird. I think they fucked it up a little one. God.
Yeah, no, yeah, no.
Something about this is wrong.
I don't know quite what it is, but hey chat.
Chat,
it's fucked, right?
Saw the crime from there with my eyes. They sing? They sing in that movie?
I did remember that because I saw a guy who like for a bit dressed up as Wonka. I saw like a TikTok. I like didn't like it. I scrolled past it. He was like dancing to some song where I guess Timothy or whoever the fuck was singing, and I was just like, oh,
was it good
okay.
singing? Okay, is that why I've been seeing multiple posts? No, I didn't know, Nikki.
I just knew I would not. I just, no offense if you like it, but I had a feeling I would fucking hate it if I saw it.
I only saw part of one trailer, so I really didn't know what was going on, but I found out yesterday.
You know that I had that, you knew that I had that one really bad, like the way that he said it was just not whimsical enough, the part where he's like...
Well, I found out yesterday in a team meeting at work, or no, Tuesday, I found in a team meeting at work that the Mean Girls movie was not marketed as a musical, which is absolutely wild because it was a musical that was up for the best musical Tony. And they, but like, then it's like, they didn't market it as a musical, so people who didn't know, who like musicals, didn't really watch it, but people who the people who like musicals didn't really watch it because it's just a Mean Girls retelling, like, you know.
I heard. I was actually gonna ask you about that because I saw people comparing how bad and like.
Well, that's why it was brought up, but I haven't seen. Haley was sending me some because I told Haley about this coming up in my team meeting. I have not seen the movie, and I haven't listened to the musical soundtrack in so long that I don't really remember it. Because the Mean Girls musical has this incredible quality where it's completely forgettable.
I am bad at listening to full musicals. Pretty much every musical ever, I've only heard like a good like some of it. But I can send you. There's this one TikTok where like when I heard it, like without any context, I was like, oh god, they butchered it. It's not even like the singing's bad, it's just like it takes talk singing to a level where it's just like not like just barely singing, and also just the like they try to make all the songs I guess sound like slower pop songs, and it's just very like
I will say there is one part of the musical where like they really slow it down in a way that Nikki and I have
it's a song like one of the songs, I don't know what the song is called because again I don't know the musical super well, but it's like they like ruin. I'll have to just send you some of those TikToks because I'm just like, oh yeah, no.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's not as well done. But also there are some songs in that show that are really. I know for one they cut. I saw people being like, oh, I can't believe they cut a bunch of like the Plastics introductions, but that song is so long and parts of it are so slow. Like, it's kind of a weird musical. People love it, but I don't. It's very forgettable.
I'll send you, and Nikki, I'm not sure, but I can get back to you. But yeah, Taya, there's a couple TikToks I'll probably send you if you want, just because I was like, even with my bare knowledge, I was just like, from like the 5 seconds I've heard of this song, again, it's not even that it sounds bad, it's not like, oh, it's pitchy, it's just like, it feels like they sucked the energy out of it, like almost like they were afraid to like go full musical, and it's like, don't sing if you're not gonna like admit, like, you know, ham it up a bit.
It wishes it was Heather's. Yeah. Anyway, we should not talk about that because I'll go into the weird like. Musicals are kind of like eating themselves in a way that I'll have to explain some other times, but I've talked to Nikki about. It wasn't Machi. It was a grown person.
Press. You could have said adult, is what
A
he's saying.
grown person? That's a little vague. You could have said adult. I am sorry.
I was trying to use the knowledge the judge and I
I mean,
have
I
learned in
feel
our
bad
diversity
because,
training.
like, it's supposed to, like it's in here, it's implying she's, like, not great at English.
But I feel like you
is
would learn the word adult.
Which is fine, but, like, it feels like they kind of only know how to write that by, like, making her not use contractions much, and this. Like, her English otherwise is very fluid and natural sounding, except for, like, that and the fact that she doesn't really use contractions. So it just kind of sticks out because it doesn't feel like, oh, this is a person who's, like, not familiar with English. You know? It feels
And,
like...
Chance, what was I talking about, Nikki? Did you mean my joke about the diversity training?
That was so long ago. It can't be it.
Well, I was making a throwback to it with this, with, like, what she was saying just now. I, like,
Oh.
remembered it, but...
No, I imagine it was, I didn't see the live action, Aladdin,
I don't know
so
what I was talking about.
I skipped that one, sorry. My language with... Nope, my skill with your language is lacking, I know, fuck.
Certainly, you could at least see whether the shooter was male or female. He forgot. The training's over. He forgot.
Training cancelled.
Diversity lost.
Diversity lost.
It's like we need to say we already say love loses enough. I think diversity loss would also be funny. We need to incorporate that.
It was a man, a young man. Young man,
Sure of that?
there's no need to feel down.
I was thinking.
Yes, his voice was quite clear. Voice?
Oh, okay. I will try. It was okay. I can like find. It was the line. I can literally give you the one fucking line that I remember off the top of my head. It's the one where it's like the guy in her class and she's like, "I'm filled with calculus."
Oh my god! Nope. Nope. Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah. They fucking. I'm sorry they ruined that song.
That song isn't good, Ronnie. That song sucks.
Well, they made it worse. Well, I only heard like 2 seconds of it, so I don't know. But they
No,
made it bad.
that song. I don't like that song. I think the lyrics in it are really, really, really
They
bad.
made it.
And it's like one of
Yeah.
Katie's only solos. Or
Yeah, no,
solo
they
songs,
made
and
it like
it's
really
sad.
slow. They made it like slow, and I guess they were trying to make it dreamy, but she just drones.
It's
so she's
already
just, like,
kind of like that, but I
know,
imagine
but
they didn't do
so
great.
She's just like, I am filled with calculus, and you're just like, it sounds like she's about to fucking jump off a cliff.
Oh no.
I'll
Oh,
send you the clip
no.
later. I was just like, oh, they
Oh,
drained
God.
her. Stupid in love, that's it. Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. Does seem likely that you wouldn't have had a clear view of the shooter.
As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. When
Okay.
I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man.
Okay.
No defining anything about it, but it was a voice of a man.
Yeah,
That's
it wasn't deep, it wasn't high, it was just, that was
It wasn't like a little horse, it wasn't...
was a dude. Yeah, literally diversity lost. So you heard a voice, but fade.
There's more.
Couldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Latouche?
Mr. Latouche.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely not. Did I not just say I do not forget a voice? If it was Mr. Latouche who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed. So you were at the window and heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man. Mr. Latouche!
Mr. Latouche!
Hear me! Apollo! This is a good testimony.
Thank you, Trucy. Trucy's like, this one's good, I promise. Keep it up, Apollo!
Woohoo! And he's like, I didn't do any of that. And she's like, oh, I know. She's like, I'm just happy.
She's
for
trying so hard to hype him up, and he is like allergic to hype. She's like, come on, we have to get more excited, and he's like, no, we will not be doing that.
That proves it wasn't Machi.
Least excited man.
Okay, fuck you, I guess. Indeed. This turns out to be true. It would cast this case in a considerably different light.
She didn't even say what language the guy was speaking. She's just like, I heard a voice.
Heard a voice.
And that's all I'm gonna say. Like, come
Goodbye.
on, girl. You
Give us nothing.
You can literally go, girl, give us nothing.
Give us fuck all. What is defensive money? I love the like wrong answer is just it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty. I could care. I don't care enough.
Though it pains me to say this, there's something about Lamawa's testimony that rings false. Trucy's like, what the fuck? I gave it my seal of
like,
approval.
oh my god, never. She's like, you know that tweet, which like I agree that people like were weird about it. That tweet about like ADHD people, where that person was like, oh my god, you people can't do anything. That's Trucy.
No.
It was this tweet like
we don't need to go into it. Don't worry. I just assume
so,
if it's a tweet, I haven't seen it unless
it was
an
old one though. It was like an oldie.
But like Ronnie, when I say I used Twitter for a very short period of time, it was like 2020 to like last year. It was like maybe 3 years, and there were long periods where I didn't use it. So I've seen like the ones I remember tend to be like what's the one his favorite season? Killing myself in front of you and changing the trajectory of your life forever.
Those are some like I need to like make a collection of like my favorite tweets because like those are like
we bring them up like every week because you love them so much.
So good. Like killing myself in front of you is still like ingrained in my head because like you can't come back from that. There's no good response, and of course you're like, what season would he be? Garlic salt? I don't know, girl. This is hard.
It's really good. Garlic salt.
Garlic salt. But yeah, if anyone in chat knows the "oh my god, you people can't do anything" quote retweet, that's on Trucy right now. Bravo, Forehead. You're colder than I thought.
I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin.
It's so good, Star. I love like the context is so good too that it's just like it's like fucking like TikTok.
I thought they were honestly for some reason I thought they were Viners, but I could be wrong.
I think they might have been both. They were just like, but it's still like the same type of guy.
No, it's the same. It's like God, what were they like?
Genre of just like shirtless.
It was like the same genre as like what were they called? Was it Magfest?
It was like it was
like those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was those exactly.
No,
like
but that's like the
yeah,
the breed. Oh no.
Yeah, that kind of man. But no, I just think that like the fact that it was just like, you see us at the pool. What do you do? And also like again like even if I thought a guy was hot at the pool, like what do you think I'm gonna do?
It's always really funny when people tweet like pictures of a person. They're like, you see them doing X, Y,
like,
Z. What do you do? And it's like nothing. I don't do anything.
Like, okay, like think, oh, that person's attractive and like
I have anxiety. Leave. I'm not interacting with them. I'm gonna leave.
I just think about the Drew Gooden video where he like made fun of that Twitter account that was doing shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you see us at the pool. What are you doing? Killing myself in front of you to permanently alter the trajectory of your lives. I literally consider it like the best tweet of all time to me.
It's good, is the thing.
Like I think we legitimately can't get better than this, maybe.
So we should just kill the website.
Yeah, we can shut it down now. We won.
As has been established, no grown man could pass through that air vent. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime. She's just saying words that are lies.
But that means Landmore has to be lying. You fucking ruined it.
I know, and I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this.
Yes, you can. Close them.
She like puts her hands over his eyes and it's like, see,
yes,
it's fine.
Go to sleep. Night, night. She does the thing where you like throw a blanket over a bird's cage and it thinks it's nighttime.
Great news! I got an update from Mercari saying there was a new listing for the Over the Garden Wall art book. Guess how much it is?
$1,000.
$600.
That's still my dad was talking to me in the car and he's like, you know that you have that like special uncensored version of like the journal. You could probably sell that. And I was like, the niche of people who care about specifically why my copy of Journal 3 is rare would probably do not have the fucking money for that.
Yeah, the Over the Garden Wall art book is really expensive. I
have a friend who has
$450, $440, $407, $400, $350, $404, $385, $500, $216, all sold.
Ooh, $216 isn't awful, I guess.
They've all been sold though.
Okay.
So, believe me, the idea was tempting. If anyone ever sees, by the way, a latent Nendroid listing, please, for me, There was one that was listed for a while, and I was gonna buy it, but I was waiting to see if a commission would go through, and it didn't. And when I went to just go buy it anyway, it was gone. If anyone ever sees a secondhand Leighton Android, please send me the link. Thank you.
It is therefore head says.
Oh, God.
This is not. Oh fuck! I still need to actually pre-order the Book of Bill. I need to do that. I'm a bad Gravity Falls fan. I mean, you know about all that, right?
Yes, I do. I do.
Oh, cool. I do think it's funny that like they completely gave, like, not gave up, but like I like they're acknowledging like this fan base is like very like majority-wise adults at this point, so there's no point making a kid-friendly book.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, yeah, like, fair. I'm just like I'm excited to see how far they push it, because they're definitely they're definitely making a point to advertise that it's not for kids. So like, you know, let them say fuck, I guess. Who knows?
Yet this is not the only contradiction within her testimony.
I mean, they're definitely not gonna have them say fuck, but you know, who knows?
What next? What's he talking about?
Yeah, he definitely has. I mean, I wondered because like there was a period of time where there was actually gonna be a Gravity Falls art book, and like Disney didn't like do shit, and I don't know if it was like out of pettiness because he like made them cancel the show, because not even cancel, just made them end it because his story was done, which again, I legitimately respect that so much. I like that he was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to like, you know, make it worse. This is the story I wanted to tell. So I don't know if it was because of pettiness or if they just figured it wouldn't sell, but like the show is apparently still being like voted and like considered like one of the best animated series of like the past like, you know, decade or so. So like I definitely feel like it might have also just been that Disney realized like, oh wait, this is actually like a financial like gold mine, and we just like never fucking tapped into it, because it technically is still a Disney product, because I don't think he can ever like toss that label away for the show. It could have just been that they were like, fuck, this sells. Because they've also been doing collabs. Sorry, I'm almost done talking. They have been doing collabs with like they did like a Bad Egg collab with like a Bill Eat a Bag and stuff, and I mean that was not Disney sent like approved. That's where I got my Tay, if you remember when I got the Stan and 4 plushies and sent one to Mill, that's what those were from. And like maybe Disney like had a feeling of like how well that all sold and was like shit. So I don't know, who knows, but I'm curious. Yeah, they're actually, since I'm pretty sure all the normal Bill Eat a Bags are sold, and I'm sure that like people reselling them are selling it for a lot. I will also say they are mini ones, to my knowledge, like crossbody bags. Like they are definitely more for phone and wallet as opposed to like a bigger Eat a Bag. But to celebrate the Book of Bill, Bad Egg was posting on their Instagram story about making a weird Mageddon version of the Bill Eat a Bag. So if anyone is curious about that, I would just say, unless you have the money to like find someone reselling it, which again, because it's so new, I have a feeling anyone who bought it is either waiting to resell it or probably like is keeping it. But there is going to be a weird Mageddon one, and I would just say if you don't mind that it's going to be red instead of yellow, I would just wait for that one, because I don't even know when and if people will resell them and how much it will be, because it was like a limited edition thing. So just keep an eye out for the red one if you prefer that. Sorry, I'm done. I just, you know, Gravity Falls is my thing. We know this. I'm normal now.
La mémoire. I understand why you would want to protect Machi. Yet remember, you are the siren of the ballad, and lies do not become such a creature.
What does the prosecution mean? Apollo! What does the prosecution mean?
How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that?
I recall the state of the crime scene quite well.
The state of the room?
Yes, and when the murder took place, the scale was really fucking off.
It was not good.
That window was closed. I find it hard to believe you could hear a voice through it.
Womp womp.
What? But I'm sure. Long arm.
L'amour. I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense. but my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser. Mean.
But she's not the only eyewitness we have.
So you say. And the victim named her this.
Hello? Oh. Hello?
I'm good. I'm back.
Okay.
These headphones are fixing that. The cord falls out, so if
Ah,
that ever
got
happens, know that I like am aware and I'm fixing it.
Got it.
And the victim named her the siren as a witness.
That's right. That's what Mr. Latouche.
We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility, and it brought us to this. Our judge.
Yes.
The prosecution requests that the witness. I read that as executed for a second, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh. Be excused. Please.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But if Lamawa can't testify...
Then we don't have a chance of proving Machi's innocence.
This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case.
Danke. Now, where were we? Where were we? Fuck, whatever. Ah yes, I would like to hear from Fraulein Detective again.
Wait, let me hear Lamawa's testimony one last time.
But the cross-examination is already over. Till such a time arises. As a need arises,
Mm-hmm.
the witness may leave the stand.
I'm sorry I could not be of more assistance. Bam. Also, yes, that's why we
Kablamo.
have long-armed Clav.
It just doesn't make sense.
At last, back to the real trial. Ready, Air Forehead?
No. Ugh, I hope I didn't just miss my only chance because the game won't let me go back.
Apollo's like, I should have saved scummed.
Fraulein Detective, how far have we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted? Don't ask me. I dislike saying the same thing twice, and I never repeat a song for an encore.
Yeah, no one does, usually. That's how, yeah, they do different ones for encores.
Yeah, but he only has like 3 songs, so.
Yeah, true. So maybe he just doesn't do encores, because what would his encore be?
This guy doesn't apparently want to be on stage for more than 10 minutes, so I don't know.
Yeah, he can't fucking, yeah, he can barely even fucking take it. He just starts doing covers. If you would, Miss Sky.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latouche's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Ah, yes, there was only one door in the room. And witness, you, standing in front of it.
Duh.
That air vent isn't very big, see? Kinda limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. Not that you would have been there in the first place, though.
Hello? Oh, God.
Yeah, that one had some weight to it. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for a killer is the defendant. Sorry. A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself.
She does state a clear case. Though reading the report, something caught my eye.
Oh? What's that?
Circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
The circumstances? Again?
Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Machi? That was bizarre.
She's right. That was fucking weird. Why did Mr. Latusse's body disappear from the room? And end up on top of that stage tower? Holding a guitar, no less.
A perceptive... Yeah, it's kind of hard to not observe it, to be fair. A perceptive observation, no judge.
Thanks, it was kind of an accident, really.
Yikes, you're bad at your job.
But you work in this job long enough. You get a nose for things.
The judge sure seems pleased with himself. Very good, Fraulein Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer? The killer. The killer.
The killer.
The killer.
The missing
That's
body.
one of the best things on Twitter too, is that like compilation of like her saying
Oh,
it.
that's on Tumblr too. You don't have to be on Twitter for that.
That's true. The beauty of the internet.
Exactly.
Peace and love. I believe Machi stole the body because of some lyrics. Moved the body to match Lamoir's song. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. And Machi practically left his signature at the scene. All of this evidence clearly points to the defendant.
Lamoir's song?
Yes, the guitar's serenade.
Where, it's gonna be one of the 3 songs we've got.
Yeah, yeah, it's also not mine, but you know.
You know.
You noticed its code too, did you not? Paul was like, I could not have cared less.
I don't give a shit about your genius annotations.
You're like, I promise I did not notice or care.
Trusty
Godspeed.
is like under the table on genius.com adding annotations as Clavier is decoding this.
She's adding annotations being like, a guy died from this. Crazy.
It's code.
All the events that day followed the lyrics to our song. Our song.
Our
our
song.
Ours. But like the Taylor Swift song.
Oh wow. We did it. We connected
For
it.
disclaimer, I'm very about Taylor Swift, but I did have a phase, and I cannot deny the amount of times I listened to our song when I was like 13.
Our song is cute. It was also like
It's
the one
cute.
that like
It's
everyone
cute.
knows because I'm pretty sure that was her second radio hit.
Really?
First or
That's
second.
fun.
Right?
It's catchy.
I
it's
think
cute as
Teardrops
hell.
on My Guitar
But also,
was
I
maybe
do
her
like the
first.
idea. I do like the idea though with our song of like trying to actually put those noises in the chorus together and like just being like, oh, that's bad. That's not a song, girl. Like, it's cute. I get it. I get the metaphor, but it is funny to think about like a bunch of. I am not a fucking Swiftie.
Let's move on.
I'm not. Or carbon emissions could eat my shorts. First, the keys my heart held on to so tightly were stolen. I do have one Taylor Swift song on my phone though, to make peace with any Swifties listening so that they don't nuke us on YouTube. Haunted is on my phone because it makes me think about Narmitsu. So yeah, Haunted fucks. I will give everyone that.
Then
Can't
then
Sorry. I'm normal now. Also, I'm sorry, one more thing. I love just like how it's not spelled woe. It's like wah.
wah. Wah. Well, it's still O. That's still the O, the OH, so it's still technically whoa, but you know,
It's just like
weird.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. I honestly, here's the thing about Alfendi in an Ace Attorney game. his game is so not like the other Layton games. It actually really does fit a lot easier as some kind of weird Ace Attorney spin-off than a continuation of like the Layton games, like in like style and gameplay. That's my take. Like, I don't know, it does not feel like a Layton game kind of at all. So I think he's already in an Ace Attorney game. That's my take. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage, and it was very funny. But Mr. Latusse's life was taken by a bullet.
That hardly needs explanation. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky.
Yeah, shut up.
That's mad.
This is just like the pilot of Castle.
It's like a story out of some fairy tale. Okay.
Fairy tale?
I mean, I guess an original fairy tale, like the morbid ones.
I mean, yeah, but they're not, like, ever, like... They're never just like, oh, some guy got murdered.
Yeah,
you know,
usually that's, like, part of it.
It's like, if someone dies, there's, like, a more of a lesson, and less like, oh, this guy happened to get in the way.
Yeah, I don't know what the moral would be here. Don't be named Lettuce, I guess. If your name sucks, it will come back to you.
I'd admit I'd forgotten about the song. I kind of love the name Latousse because, like, a lot of times they try to make their puns relevant, and this, I mean, I don't, someone came up with this one and they were like, we have to use it. Is it relevant? I don't know. But, you know, we have to use it. I feel like the others are usually, like, somewhat tied, or they're just like Dead Man. It's like, shit, you're right. You're correct. But there it is now, waiting for me, the grand finale, as it were.
Hey, you know, I was the one who first noticed that. I've heard of jumping rope to songs and counting to songs.
What? Counting to songs?
Like, I guess to the beat, like 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Or like 1 and 2 and
Weird
3.
way to
like,
word it.
I'm to be fair, I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
No, I don't either. Have fun getting a glue stick, Nikki.
Woo! But killing? So it's a wrong voice. It's a wild world out there, Air Judge. Hi, Samaranth.
Hello.
And so real. Very well. You've heard one song and dance, let's get on to the next. The cross-examination.
I'm not so sure I'm going to be doing much singing.
Rosie's like, Rosie's like in a weird phase where she's like not asleep. She's just like half asleep with her head just slightly up staring at me. Rosie! Yeah. You just gonna watch me? Okay.
Sorry, I'm just checking to see what we have, because every week I forget what we have. You know?
Yep.
Mixing board, keychains, what's this, an investigation request? Alright. Yeah, I don't remember what we're doing at this part, so we're just gonna goof around a little. Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics?
I didn't believe it myself, but can't just be a coincidence.
It could be.
Yeah, well, it is as Fraulein Detective says. Let us begin with
Oh
the
my
first
god, not
part.
this again!
If you would, Fraulein Detective. What? You want me to sing it?
Yeah, Emma, karaoke!
You are the witness, yeah? Or did you want me to sing? And she's like, no, I don't, neither, please.
Yeah, she's like, no! No one's singing!
She's like the husband in Schmigadoon. Have you seen Schmigadoon? I
No.
watched it. It was good. I liked it.
Oh, cool.
If you care.
Sure.
Hey, Schmigadoon heads, go ahead, sound off in the chat. Oh, you saw that show. It was like a new 2-season show. It was good.
Ah.
I don't think there's gonna be a third season, but I think it wasn't like it got canceled. I think it was just a 2-season length show. It was good. They get trapped in like in each season, this couple gets trapped in a different era of musicals, and in the first it's fun. And in the first season, the husband is like not a fucking fan of musicals, and like the wife's into it. So when like a song starts, she's like, "Yeah," and the husband's
this is
like,
just
"No."
like Teen Beach Movie.
Yeah, no, it's good. I liked it. If you want like a show to just have on, Schmigadoon is fun.
Okay, good to know.
It's also fun to say, so there's also that. Like it's Schmigadoon. I've warned you, my fee as vocalist is not trivial. She's like, I'm definitely not fucking paying you, so.
Know your worth, but also she's not doing that.
Yeah. Fine. Let's look at the first part of the lyrics, shall we?
She's like, I'm not fucking singing.
She's like, I'll read it. When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight. Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped keyring.
Apollo is like, didn't we already do this?
It's a little keyring, we don't care. Next we go to the right page of the lyric sheet. Whoa.
Lamawa.
I really like the spelling. I've never seen that for like whoa. It's really good. I can't get over it. I don't know how I didn't notice this like the first few times I've done this case. Where we find burning on in my heart, fire, burn my love away, all away. Yeah, no, Claviger's my favorite character specifically because of the like hint of something wrong with him. It's really good. As we know, his guitar fucking did that.
Oh, we got to see it again.
I love it. I love it so much. Like
Never
a bullet of
change.
love, fire, take my life away, all away. Notice I love how we're rhyming the same words.
Yeah, not fucking good
every
lyric
line.
writing.
For also like not even just like it's like sometimes in songs it can work if you rhyme a word with the same word, like depending on where or like how many times.
Ronnie, this one's a bad song.
I know. That's what I'm getting
Yeah.
at. It's every line. It's all very bad. Mr. Lucius's life was taken by a bullet.
Okay.
Bravo, Fraulein Detective. You're singing. It's not bad.
She's like, I didn't sing.
She's like, you know he's saying that just to like fucking get around. And he did not sing a damn note. Now for the finale.
Whoa.
You started, man. I don't know why it's getting to me so bad. Whoa. Guitar, up together to the sky. Not even one of doesn't even rhyme with any of it.
Oh, hey,
This is
guitar
just
up
bad.
there. Hey, guitar up there. You know the big old guitar in the sky. Hey there. Like, what?
Whoa. songs that make you say whoa. It's a playlist on Spotify. It's the only song on
God.
it. Whoa, indeed. As it says in the lyrics, Mr. Latour. Stop! Fucking chat. I don't know why the spelling is getting to me. It's just really good.
No, they didn't sign up to be musicians, but it's always really funny to me when, like,
Yeah.
someone has it happens sometimes if a character like writes poetry too, but you tend to be able to get away with it a little bit more. But it's always really funny. I've almost never read something where they write out lyrics where I'm like, this sounds like it could be a good song. I'm always like, you have no fucking clue how to write music. Which, like, for this at least, I guess you're writing a murder game, so like that's not your priority. But like sometimes I read it in books where characters are like musicians and the author is like, I'm gonna include lyrics, and it's like, don't do that. You're not Taylor Swift. Don't do that. Full circle, we did it.
Whoa. That's all I gotta say about that. We gotta call one of the streams that for no reason.
Okay,
sometime.
got it.
Was found with a guitar high in the sky, in quotation marks, and an orange, over the stage.
God, his little shoes from like like Regency France, like, or something. Like, what are these?
Regency Virginia, I guess.
I don't even know if Regency is the right word. I just completely blanked on what it should be called.
I don't know. If you don't know, I definitely don't. So I hope that helps.
I'm just gonna Google one of the Louis.
Have fun with that. No series of coincidences could be so well conceived.
Yep, got the right one. Okay, what era is Louis the 15th? This era is... Oh, great. The Grand Century. He's got those shoes. Those Grand Century shoes.
Yeah. He's right. Scientifically speaking. Random walkie callback.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking about this.
We heart you, Walkie.
Like,
I love Walkie.
Like, I love the idea that Apollo is just, like, kind of stuck with Walkie as, like, a friend now, and Apollo doesn't really know what to do about it.
He doesn't talk to many. I don't think he talks to many people. There's not
No,
many
I don't
people
think he
in his
really
brain.
does. He has, like, his roommate and Trucy. Unfortunately, Phoenix.
By roommate, do you mean Clay or do you mean his cat, which is
I mean
arguably
Clay. I mean Clay, but I get nervous to say his name.
You sound like a fucking like old newspaper article, like afraid to admit that a celebrity's gay, like afraid to like make like he lived with his roommate for 30 years.
I'm sorry. It's just like this weird like I don't talk about Clay. So
I get
in
it.
public. Just like you and Ange talking in public versus me not talking about Clay in public.
Yeah, you have to talk to him in like a padded room.
Yeah, exactly. But like I think it's really funny to imagine that like Walkie just keeps showing up to hang out and Apollo doesn't really know what to do about it.
Yeah, 100% crashes at the WAA door and he's just like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Oh, okay."
Trucy, I think, fucking loves it.
Yeah, Trucy.
Apollo is just confused. Apollo doesn't know why this is happening. He's like, "But we're done with the case." And Walkie's like, "Yeah, you want to go to lunch? You want to hang out today?" What would Walkie have said? That concert was whack? Hello? Did we lose Ronnie? Headphone moment, maybe? Hello? Okay, I'll read this Tracy line. It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like that. Ronnie will be back in a sec. Anyway, the shooter. He moved the body to match Lama West's song.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Plug him back in again.
Fair. We're just pressing everything because I can't remember what part this is. Does the prosecution have any idea why he do this?
She woke up. Welcome to the world again, kitty cat.
Hello.
Oh, she's laying back down.
Okay, good night.
The world had nothing for her. She took a look and was not impressed.
Understandable.
You want my scientific opinion? No clue. But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason.
A deep
Too bad
reason.
we'll never know. Goodbye.
Long arm.
Long arm. Not only did he steal my keys, he torched my guitar. Unforgivable acts even if he had a reason. And worse if he had none.
Almost like I should have torched your guitar. It should have been me.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, no, you're completely right, because I wanted to do that, so.
She's like, I was thinking about it. He got there first.
Again, I love when Ace Attorney says shit, because I just always imagine, I just think about my favorite Ace Attorney post, and you already know which one it is.
No, I do.
So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I tried to find it a few days ago, and like I had to like screenshot and print because my like searches, like my Twitter search history was just
my
like
God.
Emma F slur. Emma, you can't reclaim that. Emma. I found it though. Grovey helped me find it too. The Diva's complaints aside, I can't imagine someone doing this on just a whim. From never mind.
I guess the game didn't want you to read that one.
Yeah. Jesus, they didn't like my joke. They didn't like my bit. Indeed, it does seem too well rehearsed, shall we say? Yes, this crime was planned for sure.
I mean, where would he have gotten the gun? Like, would he have just had the, like, obviously, he had a gun. Why would this, like, child have a gun if it wasn't planned? You know?
Uh-huh.
But Mr. Latouche spoke English. He may have come to this country before.
I looked into that, I assure you.
Oh.
Whoa. What's this first? That's what Apollo was thinking, if you care.
Got it.
I like to think it has a similar cadence to like the bwomp noise in SpongeBob, if anyone understands the bwomp.
I don't, but go off.
SpongeBob bwomp is important, I think, so. This is his first time in the country, it seems. Apparently, he learned English on his own. Kind of like cool as hell, actually. He used Duolingo before AI took it over.
I was gonna say,
did you hear about that, by the way?
Yes, I did. I was gonna say that it's kind of weird for, like, it's kind of weird to me that they're like, and no one in the country has any reason to kill him. Because, like, people can go places. You know? I guess that's like, usually they ask, like, could anyone have had motive? Like, is there any enemies? And then if they go, oh, so-and-so in, like, I don't know, in Europe, then they would check that person's alibi. They wouldn't be like, well, that person lives in Europe. Like, what if they took a plane?
You're like, therefore.
Yeah. Bye! Have a good night!
Bye-bye.
Great.
You see? No one here had a motive to kill him, and certainly not in such an elaborate fashion. Does seem difficult to imagine. Unless our famous prosecutor did it as a publicity stunt.
Fuck yeah!
What did you say? Prosecutor Gavin, you did this to promote your song?
Love how ready the judge is to throw him under this fucking bus.
He just loves the drama.
Yeah, I think these sprites are the ones that I specifically saw that got redrawn, because they are very crunchy.
Sense.
But I think
Yeah,
most of the
sense.
other stuff that I saw in, like, the trailers and stuff looked to be the same-ish. Like, not significantly changed enough to be like, oh, they redid all the graphics for this game. You know. But that one is particularly crunchy, so.
Of course not, and I'm quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim.
He's like, you're gonna accuse me of murder, Emma? And she's like, I'll do it again.
Why would I need promotion? Everyone already listens to my music.
They're even in my textbook at school.
I put them
Which is
there.
kind of weird, it's like science class. Like, I don't really know, like, what they're doing in there.
She's like, I put a picture of them in my textbook. Cut it out from a magazine. And I'd never heard of them. What does that say about me? Okay, so slightly off topic. I was watching, because I watched the H Bomber Guy's video on James Somerton, I then watched the Todd in the Shadows, like, breakdown of more of his lies. And so then I was getting suggestions from Todd in the Shadows, and I realized that, like, first of all, like, back in, like, 2012, I watched one of his, like, worst songs of the year lists, and, like, I had been trying to find it, and I could never remember what it was, but I had such a vivid memory of a Justin Bieber song on one of them, and I was like, holy shit, whatever song was out that year, you know,
Baby,
one of them.
or...
I can't remember, I just remember it was like when we first moved into, like, the second house that I lived in, because I had a very
Which
vivid
doesn't
memory.
help me, so...
No, but, like, I have a very vivid memory of where
Yeah.
I was watching this video that I thought didn't exist. But
Is
I
the
was...
house you're currently in the second
No,
house? Or is
no,
it...
this is a different. This is a third. I was like watching his worst pop songs of 2023, and I was just like, I am not connected to popular music at all anymore, because I don't know who the fuck these people are. I'm becoming Apollo.
I'm so. Did you see like how James Somerton like did like an apology and like?
Yeah, but we probably shouldn't talk about it. It's kind of serious.
No, it is. I was just like, oh.
No, I saw it. I saw it. Yeah, no, I saw that. It's just like a little too serious for stream. Glimmer boy. Glimmer boy.
Just, I love the way they do. I love it. I do think she would call him Glimmer Boy. I am not for anyone trying to cancel my ass in this. I'm kidding, but like I don't actually think Emma is dropping F-bombs like legitimately every sentence. I just think it's funny if she said it once. You understand. And if you don't understand, you just don't have my like really good brain. My like really true and wise brain. God, I need my voice to drop so people don't think I'm a chick. I can reclaim it. I was just kidding. Don't get all worked up, Glimmer Boy. Which again, like, you know what? Unironically, gender affirming phrase for me. If someone called me Glimmer Boy, it would fix me a little.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by his signature?
Bullet holes in the wall, of course.
The bullet holes?
The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall. And that means what exactly? That dressing room isn't exactly spacious.
That was one of the most spacious dressing rooms I've ever seen.
Yeah, they got room in there.
Yeah, now not to be like, I've seen a lot, but like I've seen like backstage videos from like musicals and stuff, and they're small, and even if they're not small, like... even like they're filled with stuff. Like even if you're the lead and you have your own, you have so much shit in there that sometimes isn't even yours. It's like other people's costumes and stuff. Like that was a big ass room. Like Emma, what are you talking about? That was like 2 rooms. What is she talking about? She just
shooter facing off with the victim here. Can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It'd be difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range. Difficult to miss, you say? Very. Sorry, I was texting my beautiful girlfriend. I'm done now. I'm normal. Assuming the shooter could properly aim.
No, you can't be serious.
He can't see. That's why he missed?
It's the only explanation that makes sense. As if the recoil of that gun wouldn't have, like, blown him back into the wall.
He used what is he, a fucking bat?
Like, I know that they say that, like, if you're blind, your other senses are enhanced.
But, like, you
I
don't
know. Yeah, like, he doesn't have echolocation.
Like,
he's also a kid, so
I'm trying to figure out what she's trying to say here, and I kind of understand, but it's way too, like, Toph in Avatar. Like, even if he like,
Toph, we don't know.
Even if he got the vibe that he got very close the first time, Latouche could have just moved.
Just like, Latouche could have just like left the room.
Emma, this is really weak. This is really, really weak.
You need to be, Emma, you need to do better for girls in STEM, please.
This isn't it, Emma. This isn't it.
Girlie, we know you're better than this. Use sound and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly.
Like, then how did he hit at all? That's my question.
Yeah.
Just like...
Again, I'm just like, I thought we talked like that's a heavy-ass gun. I'm like, I just feel like the one shot would have immediately,
yeah, I'm kind of surprised we haven't brought it up yet, as in, like,
I know that, like, even with, like, your average like gun, like, people who are inexperienced, like, can, like, throw out their shoulder, or at the very least, like, just have awful aim, or, like, hit themselves. Like, if we're talking about it being like, again, I don't know.
They were
shit,
like,
but
it's
they were
a-
like
they
making a
said-
big deal,
But they
Yeah,
said
it's a
like it was a
heavier
really
gun.
heavy gun that could like knock someone to the ground.
and that's like a guy, and that's like an adult who just doesn't know how to hold
A
it
grown
right. Like,
person.
that would have like, I feel like the way that they phrased it, it made me think that if he fired it, like the first shot would have like blown him into the wall.
Yeah, and like the fact that
Like, or
we
at the
haven't.
very least, he would have like not maybe broken, but I feel like he could have easily thrown something out and like not been able to fire.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like it's weird that we haven't been able to be like, hey, you guys all said this was like a really heavy gun.
Like,
Machi's
he
a
could
small
not-
little child.
He's a frail Victorian boy. Why are we assuming? Like, again,
He's
like
a
sure he
French.
could maybe.
He's a French man. He's a French boy dying of tuberculosis during
He's a
King
little.
Louis
he's
XV
literally
reign.
a little. He's a fucking porcelain butterfly. But it's also again like, yeah, he probably could have shot it once. Most people could have. But you guys were just
yeah.
But like the
the
second
point is
time could
two.
not. Yeah.
Not only two, but two. Now he has to do it fast enough to know where Latouche is and hit
And if
him.
he threw, and if you're like recovering from a recoil, you're probably like, fuck my shoulder or like my arm, and like trying to reorient yourself. Like, it just
This doesn't make
couldn't-
sense. It doesn't make sense.
None of this
now.
could happen. We're all going home.
Everyone, go wrap it up.
Like, I just feel like if we had talked, maybe that's why they're ignoring it, because they know that if it was brought up in the game, then like immediately everyone would be like, oh, he didn't do it. So everyone has to just forget that we said that, so that the case can have
Everyone
pacing.
close your eyes. Anyway,
Guns are -3 pounds.
That reminds me. The monitor in that room was blaring at the time, yeah? Hardly ideal conditions for tracking by sound.
good fucking point.
Yeah,
Clav's
so
on our
basically
side
adding-
now. Clav was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Clav was like, actually, yeah, that Clav heard that sentence and was like, oh wait, no, that was stupid as hell.
Oh,
Blind shooter.
He's like, this is just like Daredevil.
Is Daredevil blind? I don't know.
Uh-huh.
shit.
From
Okay,
like
cool.
toxic sludge or something.
I hate when I go blind from toxic sludge.
Daredevil blind.
No wonder
How?
he missed.
The main character, Matt Murdock, Daredevil, became blind after an incident involving a chemical spill when he was a child.
Damn.
Anyway, I
Sorry
knew
to
those
him.
bullet holes would come back to haunt me. I liked the first section of Daredevil I watched, and then I didn't watch anything else because I'm bad at TV and don't particularly like it. But I will always be thinking about that bit from like the first episode or first or second episode where she's like, "Have you guys been lawyers for long?" And they're like, "What time is it? We've been lawyers for 6
Yeah.
hours."
It's so Phoenix.
It's
so
so
Phoenix.
Phoenix coded. It's so real.
Ah! God, I miss hanging out with you in person. I need to like grab your hands and shake them. You get it. You
Yeah.
understand.
I assume we have to raise an objection, but I actually
Oh,
don't
the
know.
stream the stream is currently just your right click window, which was really fun.
Oh!
That was good for me.
I think
I was
this
just
one
like,
is. I
oh.
think you basically always have to raise an objection, but like, there's a few times where you don't, and whenever those happen, I'm like,
That's in the drives me
this one of
crazy in the
those
because Heather was playing has been playing the trilogy a little bit, and it was so like because she was like, oh, I just like clicked the next one. I'm like, the thing is, I know that in the trilogy, I forget if it's in AA4, but I know in the trilogy there's like one time where you do have to do nothing, and I can never remember where in the trilogy it is. So the whole time I was like, I think.
mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah, I think this is a raise the objection. Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall, but that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see. Maybe they just sucked at shooting. I don't know. Never held a gun.
oh, how so?
Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
Revolver?
The revolver was a very large caliber, correct? We've been ignoring this fact the whole case.
Also, no offense, Judge and everyone else in this fucking courtroom. Like we were saying, it's not even about like wasn't used to. It's wasn't used to. Plus, he is like doesn't have the body and height and weight to like be able to sustain the recoil of that. Even if he
I'm
like,
like,
did know what he
how?
was doing.
Why would he aim up to a shoulder when he could just aim? Because he's short.
he's teeny.
If he just aimed forward, and went for the gut, you could still kill him.
Yeah.
I just don't think it makes sense.
Especially since apparently the bullets are like bigger and more dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's a BB gun. Like you could take someone out if the bullet's that fucking chunky.
Yeah.
Again though, I know I might sound like just a wimp who like doesn't know how to fire guns because I am a wimp who doesn't fire guns.
Mm-hmm.
But like again, I'm just like I just keep thinking about how like they're talking about how like even, like the recoil would be a lot for an adult, and I'm like, so would it not completely throw out his shoulder? Would he not be unable to do another shot?
I think he might be okay since it's not like a long gun where it like rests on your shoulder. But I think it's probably there's still like a jolt, and if you're not prepared for it, it can throw you back. If I understand correctly, like you do have to have some kind of like stance usually for something with the large kickback from the mafia books I've read for work. But I don't know. Did you read this? Sorry, my brain melt.
I forget. I don't think I did. If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why, he could dislocate their shoulder.
There we go. Never mind. They told us first.
Especially if they were a fucking child.
I like how when we talk about something for a very long time, and if we just played like 5 more minutes of the game, they would have fucking gotten to it.
Fine.
Exactly. The defendant Machi Tobai, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing completely. Or entirely. I don't know. The kickback alone would throw off his aim. Why are we all...
Convincing argument, to be sure.
Yeah, because this would be considered a legit reason to doubt in a legit court of law. Take that, smug prosecution.
Oh, did I not? Did it not go through?
No.
Apollo?
Uh-oh. Huh? What?
That bit about Machi being tiny. And the gun throwing off his arm?
Aim.
Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it?
Oh.
Whoa.
No! Like, my question is less, how did someone manage to miss? It's, how would Machi have made that shot? You know? I don't understand how he could have made this shot. It seems so unlikely, and everyone's like, well, surely, because he missed. Someone missed. It was so hard to miss. It must have been him. I guess that's not how it works for me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
It does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant.
Except he wasn't.
Even the defense seems to agree on that point.
I don't even think that's what we're doing, to be honest. What? Cripes?
Cripes.
A euphemism for Christ. I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
Have you ever heard crepes?
No.
I feel like I've heard it once or twice in a book or something.
I don't know this one. I really put my foot in it this time. Again, I don't think he does. I think pointing out the fact that, like, there could be, like, this is unreasonable for, like, because they were like, I know how to get around the fact that this is a really big weapon that he would struggle to use. Say that proves he did it because someone missed. As if Latouche couldn't have moved. Well, you know what I mean? This just does not hold water for me. This is one of those Ace Attorney things where I'm like, what are you guys fucking talking about?
Are you referencing the Sonic Snap Cube, the thing with Eggman? Where he's like, what are you two fucking talking about?
But let's get the facts of the matter on the record. If you would, Fraulein Detective.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony.
Right.
You can't say he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall. Like, that's the thing. I don't know why we're not just like, why didn't he move? And even if this comes up afterward, my question is, why didn't someone ask about that before? I think I've proven that. You guys just hate me.
I wouldn't call it proof, per se.
Huh?
You've merely raised a possibility.
Fuck you guys.
Haha.
Fraulein Detective has made a most logical conjecture based upon the evidence. Of course, there is more evidence than just bullet holes. The defendant was the only one who could have escaped through the air vent.
But wait, if he was blind, how would he know about the air vent in the first place?
Ah, very good point. Well, Fraulein Detective, if you would care to explain.
He certainly seems sure of himself.
Call the crime scene, if you would. There was a stepladder below the air vent. As it happens, maintenance was scheduled for that day. Custodial staff went around checking all the air vents.
I don't believe it.
Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance, including Machito Bai. You would have known that there would be a way out of the top of that stepladder.
But that's... Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
You could have figured it out for yourself. You only needed to consider what that stepladder was doing there.
I hate you all. You're so fucking annoying.
He's also about to kill himself in front of them to change the trajectory
Yeah,
of their
literally.
lives.
Looks like the defense's objection has been squished by a stepladder. Do you get it, guys? It's so meta. It's just like the trilogy.
Well, Air Forehead?
I'm killing myself
that-
in front of you, changing the trajectory of your life forever.
I like that my favorite game is this one. I think it's fun. I like that my favorite game is the one where the protagonist wants to kill himself. I think it's good, actually.
Out of ammunition, perhaps?
Dislocated your shoulder, even?
I've never seen Prosecutor Gavin so aggressive. Maybe he's caught the scent of blood. It's just like that Legally Blonde song.
Ah. That's so true.
Apollo, don't you have something? Anything? You know what we need? We need something to prove the killer could see.
Uh-oh.
That'll put
Will it? Will it put him in his place?
that'll put him in his place.
Oh.
Maybe.
Trucy girly, I don't know how to tell you this. Proving the shooter was sighted would do it. That would take down one of their central points. Do I have any evidence that could prove that, though? Ah, fuck, shit, god damn it.
Do we? I think we do, but I can't. I don't know what it would be.
Attorney's badge?
Oh, maybe it's because he would have had to read the lyrics, but no, he would have heard the song. Yeah, let's look at his badge for a sec. Could it be? I feel like it has to do with him reading text, but again, it's like he could have just...
Maybe...
Hello? Video game?
Maybe we don't, and this is one of the ones where we just have to like let it go.
It might be this, actually.
Oh.
Because I remember there was at one point you had to do something with the text. And so how would he have known it was there if he was blind?
Yeah.
Because I,
he
like,
wouldn't even know that he wrote shit.
if he wrote shit and then accidentally smudged it himself, then that would be deeply embarrassing.
I'm gonna be right back. Also, by the way, I gotta use the bathroom.
Alright.
So feel free to read for me.
Just me. Fine. I accept the prosecution's challenge. I should have saved. As I knew you would. I don't have a voice for him. Shit. Forehead. We'll figure one out later. What exactly am I up against here? The prosecution is saying the shooter missed because they couldn't see. Therefore, Machi, who is blind, did it. The defense will please present their evidence. Evidence that overturns the prosecution's claim that the shooter couldn't see. Girl, it is not that difficult. Ooh, he sped up. My goodness.
This is that evidence. The photograph of the crime scene? I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face. But this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor. The crime scene. There is something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point.
Then perhaps you best show us this something. I don't know how to do a German accent. I'm sorry, Clavier. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it to good use, yeah?
Very well. Show us what you're talking about, Mr. Justice.
I'll try to learn how to do a German accent at some point, but let me tell you, it has not been successful so far.
The contradiction at the scene of the crime is...
I think it's this. Let's save now.
The contradiction is right here.
The smeared bloodstains?
I thought it was just my blurry vision, but it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head, much like a gesture I have seen many times in this court.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. I think at least does every single game have a dead person writing something? 1 does. 2 does. This does. Five does. AA1 does. Not AA1. DGS1 does. I'm trying to remember if 3 has one and I'm blanking. Does DGS2 have one? My upside down. Yes, that counts. That counts. If there's like a dead person and there is some kind of like writing around it that makes it look like they wrote it. This is almost like, I feel like almost every game has this. They are obsessed with doing this. It's almost as if he wrote something.
Ah, I get it. At least I think I get it.
Get what, Fräulein?
When Mr. Latouche was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name? And what would he write it in but his own blood? It's pretty good, right? I read it in a Sherlock Holmes book.
Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here. Okay, that does seem to be a distinct possibility.
The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion.
Trent, I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Of course it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I. Yeah, I think maybe DGS2 there isn't one. That's where I got stuck and I was like, I should play the video game instead of sitting here thinking.
No one has anything else to say? About what? So the prosecution accepts this? You agree that this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out?
What's your point?
What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know that the victim was writing their name?
Well, Mr. Latouche was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw what it was... Wait.
Once he saw what it was...
But what did you just testify about the shooter? I said they were blind.
Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? May I remind the court that the defendant, Machi Tobai, is blind. He couldn't have been the shooter.
Impossible!
Order, order, order! Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what all this means. I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet up until now.
It seems I owe the court an apology. The governors are a band with law enforcement ties, yet a murder occurred during our concert.
Apparently this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in an entirely timely manner. I don't remember this part. My brain just went, what? I'm very tired too. I already took like 2 naps today and I'm so out of it. I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here.
Hey, Apollo, look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't? And he's about to tell us.
I've got an idea. Good morning! Let's rock. I'm just not doing a voice for Clavier because I don't have the energy to think of one right now, I'm sorry, with these documents. But before that, I have a question for the Fraulein detective, if I may. What? Tell me, why do you think that Machi Tobai is blind?
Because we all keep saying it.
What did he say?
What are you saying? Of course he's blind.
Of course.
He's the blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't Lama Wa lead him around by the hand all the time?
No way. I have a report here on the defendant, Machi Tobai. According to this, Machi Tobai can see perfectly well.
What? So then why did we fucking bother? Why did we bother with this bullet? Because there was a delay, I presume. But like, shut up.
His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borginians. He can see quite well. But you said... What did I say exactly? Her forehead. Not once in the course of this trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who did that was a Fraulein detective. But that's a significant fact, yes. Consider, Machi Tobai sees, and he was the only one who could have fled through the air vent. I see no problems with this.
But what about the bullet holes in the wall?
Yes, the bullet holes. I believe Air Forehead neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was the kickback from the .45 caliber revolver. A simple accident and no other words. Ugh. How's that? I'm afraid your objection has just flown right off the brighter skies. Oh. This is where the real fun begins, Air Forehead.
Lots of sounds from Apollo. Lots of sounds from Apollo.
I knew you didn't have what it took.
You jerk! Just what was I in here for? Comic relief?
Yeah, apologize.
Oh, sorry.
That's no way to apologize.
He's angered Trucy now. Look out. If we could please end the bickering. Now.
Whatever. I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solving this case if it kills me.
But your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant. Don't say that. What?
Back.
Hello.
Sorry. This bloodstain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
That seems to be what happened, yes.
We might be able to find out what was really written here.
Really? You can do that?
That's right. With this. It's called luminol. Luminol moment. Luminol fan cam when. Maybe you know of it? It's a chemical that reacts to blood.
Yeah, you've already shown it to us in this game.
Haha. Luminol! Oh yes, have we done those tests yet? Sorry, Rosie keeps like going like around me under the desk, and I'm just like, where are you going? This is what I'm going to tell you. The bloodstains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it here in court now.
Right. Go for it, Apollo.
Shit, do I remember how to do this?
Do I have
you
to
have
do
to
the
blow.
test? Yeah.
You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple.
A chemical that reacts to...
blood. Oh, sorry.
Wow. I've heard of this somewhere.
Have we not used it in this game yet?
No. We just
Oh.
did fingerprints.
Oh, we had fingerprints. Okay. We've been playing this game for a long time. So we took a
Don't
break
worry.
for Ghost Trick.
Sorry for, like, being a senior in college. And the horrors. Sorry for the horrors, I think.
Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. Have at it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right, ready? It's as easy as pie.
Alright, fuck.
Give it a try.
Apollo, your hand's shaking.
Let's do this.
Yep, that we can read.
Wow, it really works.
This must be the power of science.
Emma's like, yeah, I've been trying to teach it to you for years. Literally all we do is watch Bill Nye the Science Guy. You literally, it's a fucking captcha code. Like...
This is like the type of shit you get on the back of like you would get on the back of like an iTunes gift card.
Yeah, and you have to like read it to someone else to help you put it in.
Yeah, before, because now I know now when you have like a gift card from Apple, you can like it'll scan it. But back in the day, that luxury was not available, and those things were long as hell.
Mm-hmm.
It says IPXX314206. Is that the killer's name?
Tracy's like, I'll check Twitter. Is it a handle?
Oh my god, there's a Tumblr blog with it. Oh, it's a porn bot.
Something about something. I don't know. It was gone too fast. I didn't hit it. Sometimes this skips a line, and we just have to live with it.
Yeah, you know. Who cares anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Ha. Have it.
So what is it?
I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number.
What if Kay showed up right now? What if
What?
I miss Kay Faraday? What if I'm thinking about Kay Faraday right now?
Ha. Sniffle. Rosie's like staring at her food bowl, like really sad looking, like she's just like she's like up in like a little mound, just like looking at it where there's actively food in it.
Oh.
So I don't know what, like I don't know, like she.
It's like when you open a fridge and it doesn't have what you want.
Yeah, I'm sorry, girl. That's literally all that there's a huge bag of it. I have weed I have cat weed because I don't even have my weed. I have catnip and this. You can either get high or eat kibble. I don't have anything else to give you. And faucet water. 3-course meal. It's like I can shake it and give her like a bit more, but it's like it was already mostly full. Alright, no, she's just gonna stare at it. Okay. Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency? Yes, most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. Oh, she started eating and then she remembered that I have a hand that can pet her.
Ah.
Indecisive little girl. Why would he write that number?
Why would Mr. Latouche even know a number like that?
Good show, frontline detective. Rock on.
So you're just gonna ignore me?
Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Oh boy!
We couldn't we couldn't just like put it into a computer. We were like Darian specifically.
We gotta get a guy to do it in front of us or else it's not fun. It's the drama. We gotta have a guy for everything. Darian, are you there? Come up to the witness stand.
Also, like how he says, "Are you there?" as if he's probably not like directly in one of the rows in like.
He's
the
like
courtroom.
shouting in the courtroom. Darian's like,
He's,
"Shut
like,
the
looking
fuck up!"
around.
He's like,
looking
"Darian,
around,
are
like,
you there?
"Darian, where
Hello?
are you?"
Hello?" Darian's
Where
like, "Can you shut up? You're embarrassing."
Sometimes I can still hear his voice type beat.
Ugh.
Darian, you've heard what we need. We'll check into this Interpol ID.
Why'd you make him come out into the witness stand to do this? He has to leave again.
Yeah, he could like break out his MacBook right now in court. I know that's actually probably not the
No,
authority of electronics,
no.
but still, like, sure
Like-
thing. Oh, am I Darian? Am I Darian?
Yeah, you are. You are. You are.
Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. Nah, give me 27.
Like, it's really funny that he's like, "Come up to the witness stand. Goodbye.
yeah.
See you later. See you in 27 minutes."
I love the idea that like because he went on the witness stand, they made him do the like swear in.
Yeah,
shit. I
and
love
then
the idea they
Clavier
made him do
was
the,
like,
you saw-
"Hey, can
They
you
made
go
him
get
they made him
this?"
fucking like put his hand on the Bible just to be like, yeah, give me 27 minutes, goodbye.
Yeah, Clav was like, "Come up to the witness stand." Darren was like, "Do I have to?" And he's like, "Yeah, get on the witness stand." And he does like
Do
the
the
whole
thing.
thing. You have to do all of like the extra work to make him technically like all that stuff.
A
And then-
legal witness.
And then he's like, "Can you go check this out for me, please, please?"
Uh-huh.
God.
Rosie, don't eat my Chipotle. Can't have that, kitty. Chipotle's not for kitties. I feel like we could all agree on that. That Chipotle is not for kitties.
I think you're just mean.
God, fuck me, I guess. Maybe I just don't want her to eat my tortilla chips. Have you considered that?
No.
I'm not sure what to think of all this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. But if this number is really that of an Interpol agent.
Oh, wait, I know.
So I recognize that number actually. Sorry, Darian.
Yeah, that'd be really fucking funny if she was like, actually, I did know everything the whole time. Sorry. What if Machi Tobai is really an under
Cole.
Whoa. That would be a possibility. They hire children now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Possibility, yes.
Apparently, yes.
And one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
Why did Latouche know an Interpol ID number?
Is this why people ship Latouche and that one guy who's also dead?
Fucking maybe. People will ship two men for anything.
You know what? Good point. Good point. I was like, maybe he just knows multiple Interpol ID numbers.
That's
too
what
is
I want
Yuri.
to know.
Well, we have some time while we await Darian's report.
Let's just hang out.
Yeah, someone starts playing Candy Crush.
Can we take a break? Trucy's gonna go get snacks for everyone.
Oh, I need water,
I
but
need a
my cup's
snack
all the way
after
over.
this.
You need what?
I need food after this. Didn't eat enough dinner.
Real. I ate I had a good Chipotle quesadilla, but like, what if I want ice cream and water? You understand. I got 3 ice cream cartons.
Ooh.
Like the full size ones. It's because that way I don't have to go to. I like having ice cream at Heather's place.
Yeah.
So that way, because like I get a lot of work done during the school week, and then if I want to like get high or not get high and just like do fuck all watching YouTube videos and eating ice cream, I have like options, and I'm not like constantly asking her if we can go to Kroger like every week.
Yeah.
I got a peanut butter and chocolate like vanilla ice cream. Then I got black raspberry cookies and cream again, and then like and then I got brookie, which is like the fudge and like fudge and cookie, no, brownie and cookie.
Yeah. Samaranth, I believe we're talking about the Turnabout airline victim. It's been a second since I looked for that particular ship though, so I would have to go double check.
I have never looked for it, and I
I think the reason I looked for it is because someone said, "Oh, there's like a few people on Tumblr who are very committed to this ship with
And well,
Latouche."
I should say that when we say a few, though, we mean a single.
No,
digit.
it's like 2 or 3 people, and I'm not like saying anything against them. Like that's kind
There's
of
nothing
awesome.
wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, what brought you here?
I'm very interested. They're very dedicated, and good for them.
Little corner of the internet.
But I don't remember exactly who it is, and for some reason I can't find it right now. So,
Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we?
but that
Curious
sounds right
mystery.
because it is an AI character.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Curious
Sorry.
mystery concerning Machi Tobai.
What are you talking about?
Fraulein Detective, please accept my apologies.
She's like, no, fuck you.
She's like, I don't care even what you're apologizing for. I just know I'm not going to accept it.
Absolutely not.
Received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial began. Seemed too much of a bother to tell you.
I think she should kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Not
I'd
to be
leap over the
dramatic or
fucking
anything.
stand.
I think she should kill him.
I'd leap over the fucking stand.
This man is
Till that
not.
last bit.
This man's not surviving the night.
Forget about the F slur. He's getting killed.
She's gonna
This is
murder
it.
this man.
It's lights out.
She's gonna literally snap his neck.
Yeah. Pretty boy down. Glimmer boy down.
Does this not raise a rather straightforward question? Well, sure. Why did Machi pretend he couldn't see?
She's like trying to be normal. She's like, we'll deal with it later when the judge isn't around.
Yeah, she's like, it's fine. I can do this like at the back of like an Outback Steakhouse.
Like the hand that is behind her back, she's like digging her nails into her palm and she's like, we are remembering this for later and we're gonna be normal until there aren't police around.
She's like pinching like herself just to like
Yeah.
feel something.
She's gonna go into a rage.
She's like gripping her like coat and like her fingernail. She has like a rough fingernail that's like ripping up some of the like seams.
Mm-hmm.
I see your vision.
Exactly. Makes little sense. What do you think, Air Forehead?
Huh? Me? You're actually talking to me again?
Machi Tobai pretended he was blind. Do you know why?
I just met the guy.
How could he know?
Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he?
He's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on the whole time. I'm sick of his shit too.
Something wrong? Do you think perhaps this is all some kind of game?
Clavier playing a game. Do you think it's a game? Do you think this is a game?
Well, it's like a cute little game.
Know that the moment I heard that report, I knew why.
Just like to let you know that I'm like better and smarter than everyone here.
I'm like better and smarter and prettier and
Prettier
like really
and
good at
I'm,
my
like,
job.
Prettier and cooler, and like I'm a good singer, and like everyone loves me, and I've gone platinum. Most people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else.
How many?
How many records to sell to go platinum?
1 million. 1 million units for albums, 2 million for singles.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So he has gone platinum.
What does that have to do with anything?
There was a reason why Machi Tobai pretended to be blind.
The drama.
Yeah, exactly.
But it wasn't for his own sake. Getting the picture now?
It wasn't for himself?
Oh, I didn't know we were proving it this early.
I didn't either.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign blindness?
Do we present her profile?
I don't think that's proof, you know?
Yeah. Alright, I am gonna grab my water cup. That'll take like 2 seconds. It's like right over in the living room. 1 sec.
Is it literally as simple as like sightseeing music? Because I was thinking it was funny she named it that earlier. Touch the button for details. Can I see the back or no? There's no back. It might be the postcard. It might straight up be this postcard that says sightseeing music, which is really funny. I think it's this. Let's do it safe though.
Machi had no reason to pretend he couldn't see, which means... No, it couldn't be. That's equally weird. Good show, Hair Forehead. It seems you've thought of something. Ugh, why can't I figure these things out on my own? I hate having to take my cues from this guy. Very well, look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see.
That is Lamoir?
Lamawa and Tobachi Tobai. Recall their relationship. In particular, their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country.
Lemoir and her pianist. They would always walk together, she leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would walk all the way over there with him.
That's right, because he was blind. She led him at all times, never letting him go.
All times.
Yet we have just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Machi could see. Why did they have to keep up this act this whole time?
For the bit.
Bad
Well,
bit,
was
but
it?
you know.
You know, like awful bit even, but...
Well, wasn't it part of their performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Machi did not need to be led by the hand at all. That can only mean one thing.
So I was just like, I was gonna throw up. I was like trying to think how to do it in her voice. I just sounded like I was gonna vomit.
Emma, you good?
Really?
Really. It was all the other way around for, you know, reasons. The one who needed to be led by the hand was Lamawa.
Whoop, one sec. You dropped the cup.
What's this?
So you mean to say that Lemoir is... she's...
Yes, Your Honor. Lamawa is blind. A murmur.
Order! Come in.
Oh, you cut out real bad. Just letting you know.
Yeah, no, the headphones, like,
Okay, got it. If you know,
the
then it's
fucking
all
thing.
cool.
yeah.
Is it now?
Fucking whatever. Sorry that my baby girl's such a cunt. That's our favorite character.
Please shed some sanity on this madness. The defense has made an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead. Yet I see it is not vast in vain. This time. He's quite correct.
But that makes no sense.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter in sound or something?
Okay, that's your reason it doesn't make sense, Emma?
Long arm.
Well, since we have her here, why not ask Glamour herself? Believe she is still in the witness waiting room.
Apollo, what does this mean for our case?
It means we've been fucking around for like 4 hours. Don't ask me, I had no idea she couldn't see. I hadn't even imagined it until now. No one wants me to be a good lawyer doing my job.
Nothing's easy. Nothing's ever easy. Also, hi, Nate.
Hello!
I'm sorry if that was an old message, but I forgot to look at chat.
Bailiff, bring in Lamoir. Lamoir. Wrong voice. Lamoir. Pains me deeply to call you before us again in this way. And yet I must.
Please, do not be concerned on my behalf. Those eyes, she really can't see? Really? It is true. How funny it is that a tiny lie born in the Borginian countryside would one day grow to entangle the entire world.
So you are?
Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became Lamoua. Know too that my memories begin in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lamoua.
See,
You may recall me saying something towards the beginning of this trial at Forehead.
What's that?
He's fucking tired from standing here doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I said it was unfortunate this crime had no direct witnesses. Now, Lemoir, I must...
Hello? Oh no, I think Ronnie died again.
Am I good?
Hello?
Am I good?
Yes, you're
Am I
good now. You're good now.
Okay. God, Heather like warned me because like I've seen it happen to her. She's like, yeah, these headphones disconnect a lot, and I'm like, yeah, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the trenches. Now, Lemoir, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes? Blink, blink.
Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Even that girl was like, it never was my intent to deceive any of you, except
Yeah,
I
you
did lie
literally
about what I
pretend-
saw multiple times. I was like, I definitely saw an adult person.
With my eyes that work.
But yeah, with my eyes that work, that see, that the vision the working vision that I have,
Sure saw it.
in my 2020 vision. That's what I
Yeah,
saw,
it's
and
really
but I also didn't mean to deceive you at all.
And I'm really sorry it happened, because like it wasn't my intention.
It wasn't my intention.
And I didn't mean it.
So is that
Forgive
fine?
me. So sorry.
Sorry.
I didn't mean it. Oopsie.
But yes, of course. Guys, she said she didn't mean to deceive anyone. We can all forgive her, right? Though I admit I'm a little lost here.
I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor.
Lemoir's eyes.
Testimony. I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So, silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see.
Bitch, no you didn't.
Everyone
When I
on my
make things extremely hard for myself for no reason.
Yeah, girl, there was no need to no, you didn't.
We didn't have to do any.
Yeah, we
I
didn't
don't
need to
think,
do all
actually.
this. We didn't need to do all this.
everyone
And
on
she's
my
like, this little lie like spread to the whole world. I'm like, it didn't have to even.
It
We didn't have to
literally
do this.
didn't have to. We have so much of this case left.
everyone
I'm
on my
so
staff
sorry.
knew, of course.
And I
but
definitely,
no
like,
others.
I definitely do need to get back to work. Like next time we get to like an
Yeah,
end
no,
point of
we
sorts.
have this cross examination, and then it goes to investigation.
Epic. Yeah.
So let's
Sorry
finish up
again.
this
Again,
examination.
sorry to everyone that I have to graduate college. I
Hold on,
know
let me
it's
see
stupid.
how much is in this one. I can't remember how many this is.
I mean, it's cool. I can.
So we're finishing
It's
the
not
day
good.
2 trial. So after this, we have day 2 investigation, day 2
Yep.
trial, and day 2 trial. Day 3
Yep.
3 trial, and day 3 trial. So we have 3. We're like not even halfway through this case.
We're about to be halfway.
Incredible.
It's fine.
Anyway,
Oh, that sounds tasty, Nate. I hope it's good.
But this is a murder trial.
I apologize.
it was part of my contract, you see. So I just
The contract just says one. You will be blind.
I was to
So
keep
hope
my
that helps.
blindness a secret, no matter what, even if someone died. Music is everything for me. I never
Okay, Tay,
imagined
you're being,
something like this would.
Oh great,
being
thank you.
emailed.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
it's like
that'll
you're
work.
being emailed.
I'm sure that'll work.
You just gotta put it in a zip file.
Okay.
You know, and just compress it.
Okay.
You'll get it.
I believe you.
Yay! I'm glad. I'm glad we had that level of trust. I would never do that. It was never my intention to deceive you.
Oh god.
She told us the truth in the beginning.
Then why
Yeah,
didn't you fucking
whoa.
tell us?
Yeah. He loves knowing things and keeping them to himself sees. Then she said she saw nothing.
Very well.
Does the defense have anything to add? Apollo's like, fucking...
Yeah. I'd like to cross-examine.
But what is there left to
Literally
ask?
everything. All of her other testimony is like kind of a lie.
Yeah, literally nothing that we've talked about, like...
Because we didn't ask for
Lines
any
up.
questions that actually would have been relevant, knowing that she did not have vision.
Like, we didn't know Machi could see until we figured that out, and we didn't know she was the blind one. Like, we literally know fuck all.
Man. There was one thing in her testimony that bothered me. Only one.
Yeah, out of all of it. Just one, so it's okay. Perhaps it is best we let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand.
He was so condescending.
I know.
He's so mean. everyone in these, I think that sometimes, with full respect from the fandom to the fandom, I think sometimes when we go a little bit not playing the games ourselves, we forget like all of the characters in these games are kind of very mean. In like a
it's not
funny
even
way.
like a character specific trait.
No,
Everyone's
they're mean.
just kind of...
Because even Ryu usually gets like the nice boy, soft boy energy, and
Yeah.
he is nicer, but mostly because he is a little bit able to hold his tongue more than the other
Yeah.
characters. No, I'm talking about like the main.
Trucy's got a bit. Yeah, Trucy's got a bit.
She's
of
got a
snark.
bit, but it's like specifically I feel like people remember that a lot of the prosecutors are mean. They forget Clav's mean. But like
I don't, because I know him.
like maybe Athena doesn't really have it as much, but like the lawyers are all kind of mean. Like, everyone's just
Yeah.
kind of mean in these games. They're just kind of mean to each other.
Trucy just has more snark, but no, I know Clavier's a bitch and a cunt.
Yeah.
Because he's my.
I'm
bitch
not
and
saying
cunt.
that in like a negative way. I think they're
Oh,
all
I
very
know.
funny.
I love it. I kind of love that everyone's just a bit like of a hater.
But I do think that sometimes if you don't play the games for a bit, you forget like how mean they can be to like each other even.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like not just like
Club
some of the
Hollow is now
witnesses.
toxic yaoi.
They're all kind of toxic. But it's fun
Yeah.
because that's fun. It's more fun if it's not like nice.
I think
And I say that as someone who
think-
enjoys very sweet ships.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think that's actually a good thing about Ice Attorney ships is like it'll be like a cute pairing, but like both characters are bitches. Hope
When
this
people
helps.
are like, when people make like Phoenix like really nice, I'm like, what is we no?
No, I'm
go
always
back,
like, that's
go
not
back.
my you like
He's
took a
so
melon.
awful.
You like it feels like they took a melon baller to him and like hollowed him out. I'm like, that's
so
that's a shell of my
mean.
baby girl. I'm like, what'd you
Anyway.
do?
Oh,
I love it. No, like
it's
literally the one
terrible.
thing that made me so happy was like immediately when Heather started playing the game, she was like, "Oh, he's like a bit of a bitch," and I was like, "Thank God."
You understand.
My girlfriend is so smart and her brain is so big.
Mhm.
She knows he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Bare minimum reading comprehension for Ace Attorney fans pass.
Ah.
The bar is in hell, truly.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. The defense may proceed. However, you're aware this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful for the witness.
He's like, literally,
Oh
don't
my
hurt
God.
her feelings. Don't hurt her feelings. She said she didn't intend to deceive. So, like,
Okay.
be niceies.
There was only one
We
part
have to
that
be
bothered
nice.
me. Just let me
Don't
ask
be
about
mad at
that
her.
and I'll be happy. That whenever they're like, you aren't allowed to ask certain things. I'm like, it's a court of law. Like, give me a specific reason. Like, tell me
Like,
like I'm
obviously-
like badgering the witness or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, like obviously, like usually how it works is the defense or prosecution says something that like doesn't apply, and then like the other lawyer is like objection, irrelevant or whatever, and the judge
Objection,
the judge
badgering, leading,
Yeah.
blah blah.
The
In
judge
this-
doesn't start by saying "fucking watch it."
Yeah, fucking. Well, I'm sure if it's like day 2 of a trial and you
Oh, yeah.
had a tendency to get in trouble a lot, sure. But this was like, don't ask too many personal questions.
You have to.
You have to be
so-
nice. You have to be nice
You
to
gotta
her.
be niceies. We gotta be niceies, okay?
When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Latouche? Of course, he was my manager. So he knew, and that's what's been bugging me.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Yeah, a lot's the matter.
A lot's really wrong right now, and I don't like it. It's all not good.
I believe I know of what is bothering our young defense attorney.
Isn't he like only like a year older than us?
I think a year or two. Can you check? It's in the court record.
Isn't it? Is it? I couldn't remember.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
it
can
should
never.
be.
I feel like there is. Maybe it's verses. There's not ages, or for all of them. So it's wrong
Hi,
direction.
Phoenix. It felt so good to see Phoenix again.
No, he's the same age as us. I thought, or is Apollo 22 in this one?
Are you googling?
This one says 17 because
Well,
it
that's
gave me
alright.
no, because it gave me the game of the game age. God, documented age range 15 to 24. Fuck you.
Okay, so that doesn't help.
It doesn't
so,
help at all.
that's good. You know, here, that's you know.
15. Turnabout succession. Great.
All right, let's.
Whatever.
I know. I think he's. I'm pretty sure he's like 23 or 2.
Yeah. Anyway.
He's definitely not 21.
Yeah, you read that.
Yeah.
You are thinking of when you discovered the body, yes?
Yeah. Even.
Yeah.
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 Whoa. I'm never gonna get that out of my fucking head now. That's. I'm saying that shit to you forever.
Okay.
That's gonna be my like the same as like Phoenix Head and Hands. Like when I'm in like the trenches, I'm just gonna say whoa. I think.
Is he right, Apollo?
Yes, I was.
I'm not gonna read this again. We didn't even get the fun part.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me? I have a count of this on my stream deck that's not on screen for how many times we see this.
Can you hear me?
Help is on the way. Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me who was the witness. The witness is Siren.
Mr. Latouche told me I asked the witness, and he named you.
Just to voice Trucy. Incredible. Truly. There's like a little like it's like you're like a guest. You're like a guest voice actor.
Why would he do that? He knew you were blind.
I don't know.
I tried to tisk tisk and the mic didn't pick it up.
Tisk tisk.
Tisk tisk. I had to add an I in there. In each tisk.
What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself, idiot.
Meaning what?
There is no mystery here if you recall everything he said.
Oh my god.
Words once more. Yeah?
Flashback again! Replay the tape!
Mr. Latouche!
Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
I like how he's like a few lines back. The judge is catching up.
Yeah.
Witness Siren? Heard them many times, along with a little play acting by her defense.
Oh, is he even saying it?
Every few minutes he's like, Mr. Latouche, can you hear it? Him and Trucy are acting it out.
Trucy, oh, you know Trucy like collapses on the fucking floor.
She's
and
got
just, like,
fake blood.
sprawled.
No,
she has to open it. Oh wait, wait, really good idea here. So like, I like the idea that she has a bunch of like disposable like fake blood like pellets or packets, but I like the idea that she uses a new one each time. So the puddle of fake blood is just
getting bigger and bigger
starting to
and
like,
bigger.
it's slowly starting to like seep towards like the like audience. Because she's just like, Trucy's like just having fun with it. She wants to see. So Trucy's like, we can do it again.
Can we do it
I
again?
got more.
What's this?
I got 20 more if I had. I just love the idea of every time it happens, the blood puddle just getting bigger and bigger.
It's like getting on Clav's shoes and he's kind of pissed about it.
The judge is like, I don't remember there being that much blood. Trucy's like,
Clavier's like, Clavier looks to Apollo and is like, I'm gonna send you the bill for my shoe cleaning. And Apollo's like, what the fuck?
ah. God, I just remember Urim Gaviner's scene fic where one of them was talking about new rocks, and I was just like, God, if I had owned a pair of new rocks.
Oh, that was Floor.
Yeah.
That was
They're
Floor,
so
the girl that
New rocks are so nice, and like I think they are more like not handmade, but made out of just like better materials. But like,
because they were arguing about platform shoes because Floor and Clav are my favorite. I fucking hate you, but everyone keeps shipping us together because I'm the only girl in the band.
It's annoying because of like the fact that like new rocks, they're like they can be like up to 300 pounds, and then like it's shipping, and then it's shipping from the UK, and obviously 300 pounds is more than $300, so you're just like, ah.
Sure thing, Nate. I'll be there in a couple hours.
Where is Nate again?
Other side of the country.
Got it. Only if I can come though. I want to come too.
You have class.
It's the weekend. I have work.
Okay. I don't have your package. Your package is in the mail. Did you read this?
No.
Okay.
I remember them well myself, but that statement is not to what I refer.
Long arm.
I meant what he said before that.
Ah!
That's right. He tried to tell you. Then he said can't see. He wasn't talking about himself. I wouldn't be skipping classes, I'd be skipping my silly part-time job, which if my bosses for some reason are on this spot, I do treasure it. Thank you. If my two like moms and and also grandmothers who are grown adults are watching this for some reason. Question 1, how'd you get here? Question 2, I love my job, don't fire me. That was not a question.
Mm-hmm.
It was a plea.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about the witness. I see.
And she didn't. Oh, fuck you!
She can't.
My joke was better.
No, yours rolled. He can die. Yours was good.
Too bad the defense did not. I feel that throughout dimensions, someone has made a better joke than me. Well, Airforehead, try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time.
Ugh.
Irk and
Ugh.
cripes.
Ah.
Yeah, I felt that one in my bones. Yeah, that's the face of a man who says irk and cripes, Nate.
Order!
I don't think obviously we're not finishing this case. I think that next week I will just get us to this part in the port.
Okay.
Because
Do you
this
wanna
is
do-
rough. I
Do
want
you
to
think we can get through investigation next time?
Well, because I think if we finish the trial, I think the next chapter will get us to the investigation.
Okay.
In the
no, I get what you mean
in
now.
the game. If not, I'll
And
speed
yeah,
through it.
the
But
port
like,
might glitch less. Yeah.
well, it's definitely going to because it's just on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't
Works
be doing
for
this
me.
crunch thing. But I'll bring us there, and then I will open a new save so we can see what Christoph has to say to us. I really want him to tell me how to use my computer.
Yeah, can we do that first before
Oh
we
no,
start the game?
absolutely. That's the first thing we're doing. That's like 89% of the reason I bought this fucking $50 game set. You know? Otherwise I would have waited until it was on sale. Are you kidding?
You can hear me, by the way, right?
Yes.
Cool. Like, cut out for a sec for me. Yeah, no, I really want Christoph to tell us to, like, what to do. Because, like, I'm like, there's no buttons. There's no silly there's not as many buttons.
And he's just gonna be like, move your mouse.
Picture in your mind, Justice, a mouse.
Not an
Move
animal.
Move it.
Recall Lamellar's earlier testimony.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Throw the juice. Can you hear me? But she couldn't have heard those gunshots. She's deaf to me as well.
Ah.
Heard that.
That is not the most important point here.
We are so bad at just saying shit.
Everyone always is. Mm-hmm.
The moment he was shot, Mr. Latus witnessed her through that window. Why else would he have named her as a witness?
God, I love that image. But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots, and the man's voice.
Unfortunately,
So Rosie's got the zoomies.
Ooh.
She's running.
Go, girl, go.
I kept hearing clattering, and I was like, "Is the apartment building fucking falling down? What's happening?" And then I saw her like out of the corner of my eye, like dash into the living room, like glance at me, and like dash back. I'll play with you soon, kitty cat. Fortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. Oh, she's playing fetch with herself. That's
Aww.
really cute. She when there's no one to play with, she finds a way to even though she doesn't have thumbs, she finds a way to throw the hair. Rosie! She finds a way to throw the hair tie herself, and then she chases it.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute.
we have already run a simulation, of course.
But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it in an instant. Has it been 27 minutes?
On another note, has it been 27 minutes?
Oh! Your Honor!
What is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in...
Oh, there
Can
you
hear
are.
me?
Yes.
Yeah. I am gonna melt these headphones. Into
We're
molten
almost done.
plastic
We're
with my
almost done.
mind.
This is like the last
Yeah,
tiny
no, I
section.
figured. When Heather comes back from work, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you weren't fucking kidding. Oh, Rosie, not my shoes. Rosie, please. All right, 1 second. She's like, I want her to rip up my shoelaces.
Okay.
We have the results back from the investigation.
Thank you, Rosie. Yeah, you can't be chewing my you can't. Those are my favorite shoes. Please do not rip the candy beads out of them.
The investigation?
The Interpol number that Mr. Latouche left us.
Kind of obsessed with him taking the time to write out a full Interpol number. Like, bitch.
Yeah, literally.
Anything else? Draw a shark. I don't know.
Well, let's hear it. We'll continue this cross-examination afterward. Detective Crescent,
Your report, please. This fucking guy.
This fucking dude.
I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find. Fuck. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing.
Quick work as always, Darian.
Well, tell us about the number. Is the defense a secret? Is the defendant a secret agent?
That number that I'm not gonna read again. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouche.
Mr. Latouche!
But our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latouche himself. He's already in the middle. He was apparent. Oh, I'm losing it.
Yeah.
He was apparently. I'm also. To be fair, I also am like, while looking at the screen, like moving a string toy so that Rosie doesn't go and eat my shoes.
Yeah.
I just don't want her. She was like, I think, ripping at my shoelaces, and I was like, oh, those are Demonia sneakers. We're not. They were cheap, but like, still. He was apparently in the middle of an operation.
So, when he wrote those letters,
He was trying to tell us his own identity.
And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away.
There she is.
Mr. Latouche was an undercover Interpol agent. So him being Lamoire's manager.
was just a cover, most likely.
There's one other important detail I found.
Well,
Out with it. Concerns that 45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon,
apparently belonged to Romain Latouche. Fuck these headphones.
Oh no.
you have an Interpol permit to carry firearms.
Ooh, you got robot-y.
That's not good.
Oh, you're back.
And the registration number of the revolver matched. So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who wasn't an Interpol agent with such a large revolver.
But why would you want to carry such a... You know, it doesn't matter.
So the victim was an Interpol agent on an undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything. Surely it won't. Yep.
It's gotta tie in somehow, you think.
Can you get out of my brain? Yeah,
I can read
definitely
your
somehow.
parentheses text.
Don't.
I can read
Stop
your blue text
it.
and your parentheses
Don't
text.
do that.
I
Trucy,
can read all of it.
I hate when you do that. It's such an invasion of privacy.
Oh, thank you,
hydration
Nate.
station. I already chugged a lot of water. I will do it once we are done, because I do not want to get up again when we are this close.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's great help.
No problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
I'll be going to Canada.
Yeah, he's 100% about to fucking leave.
He's like got a plane ticket he bought on his phone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Lemoir, something the matter?
That voice just now.
Darian?
I like to think that this is the moment where Clavier just like gets like goes like cold.
Oh yeah, he 100% is just like
Like
fuck.
the blood is like in his feet.
Yeah, 100%.
like,
Oh
he
no,
feels
100%. That's
fate.
like this is like a snapping point.
He's like just
It's
like
every-
like an immediate like a cold
At that
flash.
point, I would be like, is it fucking everyone I know?
I am
Jesus.
obsessed with Clavier. I've been talking to my friend
I-
Arthur about him literally all week.
And not me.
Don't worry about it. We were talking about a very, very specific post A6 scenario, okay?
Okay.
It wasn't just like,
Okay,
I
fair.
wasn't just like,
I'm just
I
like-
want to talk about
I'm like, why
Clavier.
would-
Like,
I'm
no.
like, I
like,
want to be. I literally am the Clavier guy.
No,
Look
it was-
At my
it
fucking
was-
Discord. I was like, look at my fucking Discord.
no,
profile
we
picture.
we were talking about a specific scenario. Don't worry. I wasn't like keeping the Clavier discussion from you.
Yeah, you better not.
Yeah.
Fucking wall.
Ah! Mr. Darian.
Look how polite
is it?
she is.
I
While about
know.
to accuse him.
She's like, oh yeah, he did it. It was
Just
him.
FYI.
I am
Thank
sure
you.
of it.
It was him?
You aren't saying.
Clavier's gonna go have a panic attack in a closet.
Yeah, I would throw up.
They're gonna look across
Like,
the
not-
room and be like, wait, where'd Clav go? He's under the desk, hyperventilating, ventilating into his jacket so no one hears him.
Yeah. Oh, I would literally be like dry heaving just from like the like nausea.
Oh
of,
no,
like-
it's bad.
I would-
It's bad.
it would be bad.
It's bad. I know it's bad.
It's so bad. It's
this
so
guy's
bad.
not doing okay.
Yeah,
You think he'll
I
be
don't
okay
blame
after
him.
the next case? I think he'll be so fine. That voice I heard, talking to Mr. Latouche, when I heard the gunshots fired.
Hey,
It
if I
was
try
him.
to think about Clavier after turnabout Succession, I also like need to crawl under a desk. So
It was Mr. Darian. Not the guitar.
that sprite makes me like, ooh, that sprite.
Ugh.
This is some kind of a joke.
I do think that the guitar is a little goofy to add in there.
Oh yeah,
though.
no, adding the guitar. Whoever added the guitar is mean.
What? He's like, move out of the way, I have to speak.
Let me to fucking defend my honor real quick.
No way.
It definitely works better with Versus and DGS when they started adding in like a long bench and you had more than one person up at once. Because
Oh,
when
yeah.
they're switching back and forth between two people, you're like, what kind of fucking like...
Did he just fucking
little-
like shove her?
What little dance are they doing back and forth on this witness stand? Like, where'd she go? Girl, where'd you go?
Away.
The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I'd never seen that happen before. Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. Also, I've only done like 3 trials, so like, what do I know? Lamawa.
They need to stop saying it like that. They keep doing that.
I can't say it. I don't want to
I
say
can.
it. Go ahead.
I can.
Lenoir fingering Darian Crescent.
Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. You can't finger detectives.
Shut up.
They don't like it.
Why did they write it like that?
And like, isn't it like, haven't they done this multiple
Oh,
times?
I
in games
don't.
in
I
the
can't
series,
remember.
too?
I can't remember.
I
but
think they did it at one point in the trilogy or
I
something.
cannot remember, but I do think I remember that. I think Luca and Tony's server got pitted for making a Darian stepdad joke.
Oh god. I'm just like, why? Like, do you like just point the finger? Just say point the finger, and we're done, and we can go home.
I wonder, you know how like I don't actually think they're gonna. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm curious if they're going to change any lines.
I want to know
with
if they
the
changed
port.
fingering so bad.
It might have been JJ and Luca's gonna find out I blamed him and be pissed. Because this keeps happening to him where JJ does something and we all blame Luca. Hannah also made the post. Okay, every single one of us who's brought it up has gotten pitted, basically. But like, I wonder if they're going to change some of them because, like, you know how some of them from the original to the HD got changed? I actually don't. I kind of don't think they will. I really don't think they're changing much of anything.
Me
but I'm
neither.
curious if I'll see anyone else find differences. I don't.
see.
I'm not about to go.
If they remove them or are fingering Darian, it will be my 9/11.
Okay, how about we check? Well, how about we'll have to check that
Thank
one
you.
for you. We'll check that one
Thank
for
you.
you. I'll
You
play.
can even check it before streaming. You can check
Yeah.
before stream. I just want to know.
God, Hannah, we gotta
Kristoff
get out of
tutorial
here.
I do need to see though. Kristoff tutorial I do need.
Oh
to
no,
see.
we have to see Kristoff tutorial.
It's important.
Could it really have been his voice on the wall heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it.
Hey, I'm in your mind space now.
She's like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm in here
Talk
now.
to me in the real world. Talk to me in public.
Talk to me IRL, pussy.
Oh God. Thank you all for coming. Shut up. Shut up, video game. Shut up.
Enough. Make it stop.
Thank you all for. Okay, I guess we're here. Thank you all for coming to this stream. Sorry, we're always the most distracted people on the planet.
But it was a good one. We came up with some inside jokes.
Yeah, we had
That
some
was
fun.
Whoa.
God. So on Monday, I will be playing more verses, and I can't remember where we're at. On Thursday, I'm playing more of the second Nancy Drew game ever, and oh my God, it's so old, and the graphics are so bad, Ronnie.
Yeah. Okay. Can you send me screenshots?
Oh yeah. The
Sorry
VOD
that
is
I've
the
been,
well, the VOD is still up if it's easier for you to
Okay,
click
good.
through.
I might do that.
Because I want
Sorry
you to
that I've been
see-
like so busy. I haven't gone to a different.
No, you're so
stream reviews in,
valid.
like months. It's just like
You're so
it's
valid.
been bad.
I want you to click through because
Graduate.
No. I want you to click through the VOD because they move. I think you'll be fascinated by it because it's animation from 1998. It's computer graphics from 1999, 98. And the way they move the eyebrows constantly, I think will drive you nuts. I think you'll hate it.
sounds like...
I think you'll hate it.
I should have emulate the style for my capstone.
Yeah,
and be
exactly.
Like, I actually wanted a vintage look. So.
Also, yes, thank you, Hannah. In Versus, we have golden Leighton moments for people who care. And then next Friday, we will be back here, unless Ronnie is busy, in which case I will be here.
I will probably be fine, but I will let you know if something comes up.
Cool. And if we are here with AA4, we will be switching to the port. Everyone celebrate Apollo Justice Trilogy this week. Woo! All right.
Bye.
Goodbye!